you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We're here to help with the man, the myth, the legend. Don't bring your wives around him. Big Will Bo Carver.
Yeah, bring them around me. I always like to meet new, challenging.
I think your female fan club's getting close to Elvis's. I think it's getting up there.
Well, he's been gone for a while, so
I had a lady the other day. I met her at the dealership to help her out. You know what she said?
What?
What's Bo like? And I went, I'm not going there.
You didn't tell her?
No.
Why didn't you?
What would you want me to say? Well, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I would even go there.
Well, I want to know what you would have said, not what I would have said.
I didn't know what to say. What is he like? I got nothing.
He's just like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. I'm not good at that kind of stuff.
Why?
What is he like?
Don't you love me?
What do you think my answer was?
He's old and senile.
No, just like what you hear on the radio. I left it at that. He goes, I just love to meet him. And I'm like, what am I, scrambled eggs?
Well, thank you for that, whoever that was that asked about me.
But when the guys come up, it's
they don't care.
Hey, man, that Bo's a hoot. Man, you two, man, that's some pretty funny stuff.
Well, we do have a good time on the show. We appreciate everybody tuned in today here on Talk Radio 1190. We're here every Saturday from 8 to noon. However, should I announce this?
What?
That we'll only be on the radio for 2 hours, but we'll go an extra hour on our social media site.
Yeah, 1190 is going to be cutting off at 10 o'clock, but we're still going to be live on our live feeds throughout the show. So as each segment we'll be sure to announce where you can log on for the live feed, and
which is you go to Facebook, it's the Automotive Edge Radio Show. You can go there if you're a Facebook fan, hopefully you are, and just search the Automotive Edge Radio Show. Click on us, you'll see us live and hear us as well. And then we have a sister page called Shifting Gears on Facebook, which you can go there if you'd rather just search Shifting Gears. There's a TV show coming on about that.
Yeah.
It's called Shifting Gears.
It's been on. Now they're coming back.
Oh, okay. I thought it was kind of cool. I haven't seen it, but I bet it's pretty funny. Then you can go to LinkedIn. Now, under LinkedIn, if you do that, it's under Kurt Chase. That's KURTCHASE. Or you can go to YouTube. So if you don't do like the Facebook, that kind of social media site, I know people go to YouTube all the time. So go to YouTube, and if you're going to just search it, it's youtube.com/the Automotive Edge. Now, if you're on YouTube, then you have to search the Automotive Edge Radio Show. So, but we're there. If you look a little bit, you'll find us. And the live feed's same through whether it's the Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. It's being fed the live stream simultaneously to all those spots. So we'll be continuing after the radio stops at 10 a.m. So stay with us on radio and then flip over to that, or join us on both. You can see us and listen to us. You can see us on the social media sites and then listen to us on the radio. Or
there's more.
If you know some friends and neighbors that don't do any of that, they still like the radio feed and they're from anywhere, tell them to download that iHeartMedia app. It's a free app. Then you can, once you get it and you open it, then search 1190 Dallas. It'll take you to the little icon. You click on that icon, and then while we're on, you just hit like a play button, and you'll hear our show.
That's a lot of instructions, Bo.
Well, I want to let them know because that's what they have to do.
I think you could have simplified it.
All right. How? I want to know. Because so next time I announce it, I'll know how to simplify it. I know the steps, so I'm just trying to make it easy for them so they don't have to worry about it.
There's an instruction manual that will be appearing on the.
Yeah, we'll be putting that out.
So the live feeds are through our YouTube channel, the Automotive Edge Radio Show,
and Facebook and LinkedIn.
And LinkedIn.
And then they can download the iHeartMedia app and hear the radio.
Do they pay you every time you say iHeartMedia app download?
Sure, they didn't let you know I was getting
Oh, wow.
extra money.
I was wondering where that new limousine came from.
Well, a lot of people they listen to the radio.
They listen to you. I think they pay more attention to you.
No, they want to see me.
Yeah, they do want to see you. Hey, we're live today. The all-new Grapevine Dodge 121 of William D. Tate. I'm telling you, looking for a Ram truck from 1,500, 2,500, a new Jeep Gladiator, Renegade.
Well, they got a lot of vehicles out
I got to tell you what, Brandon, the managing partner here, general manager, you're going to meet Dylan here in a little bit, the new GSM. I'm telling you, they are not going to miss your business. It's incredible. If you go to grapevinedodge.com and look at all the discounts, I mean, right now you get a Jeep Grand Wagoneer Series 2 4x4, $11,000 off. Real money. I mean, come on out and say hello. State-of-the-art dealership. You come in and it is so relaxing, consumer-friendly. You've got Dodge on one side, Jeep on the other. And you've got educated salespeople to take you through a process of Jeep, Ram, Dodge products that, gives you a good insight. Whether you're just kicking tires or, I just want to check it out. I've never owned a Ram truck. I've owned 4. Enjoy the experience. And remember, they're bringing back the Hemi. In fact, the Hemi's here. The other day, I was up here shooting videos with my son, and this Hemi came by, and boy, does this sound sweet. Factory, it sounds like, boy, what a meat and potato product it is. I was blown away. He was a photographer, and I went, what is that? And he goes, I don't know, sir. I just take pictures. I grabbed the Moroni on it, window sticker, and was going through it, and I went, here, fire that truck back up. Man, it was so good to hear a Hemi. It was so good to hear it.
And who was the genius decide to get away from
that was Tavares. What a meathead he is. And he discontinued so much stuff and took this way and took that away. I went,
wake up.
What are you doing, Sergio? What are you doing? But anyway, he's gone. New leader at the helm of the wheel, brought back the Hemi, which really put Dodge trucks on the map. And when they their second year into the Hemi, they were right up there fighting for the number 2 spot, right behind Ford, battling out with Chevy for the number 2 nameplate when it came to a pickup truck. And I'm going, unbelievable. And then he comes along and says, no, we're going with a twin turbo Hurricane, which is still a good motor. I had one, had no issues with it, enjoyed it. But
it's not a Hemi.
It ain't a Hemi.
Right.
And people say, what about the gas mileage? Don't buy a Hemi. If you've got to say, what about the gas mileage on any pickup truck?
You don't need to be buying a Hemi.
Go find a Yugo.
Did you go make a truck?
Huh?
Did you go make a truck?
Well, I don't think they're around no more.
Yeah.
I think
they barely made a car.
The Yugoslavians have stopped building cars. But I was just so happy to hear it. And you're going to see it, I'm sure, in the other products too, as far as maybe the Jeeps and a couple of other lines that the Hemi was just the deal. I've never understood that when you have something that is so consistent, works well, that's where you get more brand loyalty, that they changed it. And I went, yeah, knuckleheads, what did you do? But anyway, we got the phone lines open. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. If you've got a question about any product that you want to talk about, new or used, where to go, who to see, what to do, give us a call, 214-787-1190, or go to my website, theautomotiveedge.com. Right when you click it there, a message icon will pop up. Leave me your name and number, and let's get you started. It's the end of the year. Can you believe that? We're saying that already.
Wow. Now they have to wait till the end of the year because it is the end of the year.
We
said all year, hey, don't wait till the end of the year.
Yeah.
But now that it's the end of the year, now it's the end of the year.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
funny
more waiting.
when it's March, April. We never say, "Man, this year's going by quick," and then all of a sudden we get November. You don't believe how many boy this year blew by, and I went, "Well,
Actually, I think I did say that in the summertime, how quick the year was going, because it's been a flying year for sure. I don't know
a
what
lot
makes that.
going on."
Is
I
that what
think
makes that happen?
I think anxiety, the unknown, all the crap that is going on in Washington.
Well, there's a lot of good crap going on there, but just
Yeah.
the whole, what do you call it? Just the crap, just the junk that seems to file in on all that around that.
Yeah. And there's just there's so much good in the world, and now we're seeing all the craziness with the. It's just I'm not even gonna let them know that I'm not even gonna say what it is, but we know what I'm getting at. You turn around, there's something on the news, and it's all created by a certain group of people, and it needs to stop. And it's amazing how people are fighting prosperity and right just to have their name out there. And these people need to go away. They need to go away. You've been doing it long enough.
Well, some of them are going to
go away.
They're going to be forced to go away
and let the American people prosper. You know that. Well, that's a whole new show. I'm not gonna we're going to have a good show today.
Well, let me just say this.
Oh boy.
Oh, we got a break coming up, so we'll talk about it later.
What's that?
Well, I wanted to bring up how slim you're looking at on the screen. You know, I'm having to get you to come in closer and doing all that because you're melting. You're like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm melting.
Yeah, I jump in the pool, I come out, and I'm lighter. 214-787-1190. Quick break. Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate. We'll be here live this morning. Come out and see us. Quick break. We'll be right back.
I wish I could figure out. I don't know if somebody. I know this is a crazy question. I don't even know why I'm going to ask you. Well, they might know. If you have a contact for the Comrex, ask them why our radio feed on the music coming out and going into this Focusrite, that the people can't hear the music. It's all. I've told you that before, right?
No.
You never listen to me. They don't hear it like it would be like a radio would hear.
I wonder if we're not hitting the right button on the.
No, it's with all of them. There's something that is triggering it to where it gurgles the music, and I don't know what it is. I've tried everything. I tried that little adapter, that was a little square thing that we'd use for the phone.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even let you hear. It wouldn't even take the audio. It wouldn't even take the vocal like us talking. It just shut down. So I've asked people that I respect, like Dan Bradford and people like that, that's in radio. They have no idea. I can't figure it out either.
You know what I like now is that I can't set a Coke on my belly.
You don't like that you can't?
I like that I can't. Then I'm not resting my arms on my gut.
Well, you're getting there, bro. You've wanted that for a long time.
14 more to go.
Well, I think you'll get there now.
Oh, I will. We're on the downside.
Well, when you start seeing that, I think it's anybody that starts seeing that success, then they know that, hey, I can beat it. I can do it now because I've made it this far. The main thing is that people need to realize that they have to change their lifestyle, that you can't go back to, a bad way of living.
That's a perfect segment you guys are doing.
What about eating?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Well, the thing is, when you step back and a buddy of mine goes, how much weight have you lost? And I told him, he goes, do you have weights? And I'm going to say, he goes, put it in your hand and just put it straight out. And I'm sitting there holding this big plate. And he goes, that's how much pressure you just took off your body. And we don't think about it. So then when I got on the scale, my wife looked down because it'll weigh and then I'll just start blinking what it is. And she goes, that is unbelievable. And I said, well, I'm on a mission. The other thing too is I cannot upgrade my life policy to where it needs to be without paying a fortune if you're overweight. That's
15
funny.
seconds till we're back live.
You know, my doctor
Thanks.
told me, he said, you're mechanically obese. I went, mechanically obese?
Who came up with that?
Get this, you're obese, you're abnormally obese, there's all one, but the lowest one is mechanically, meaning you're still functioning and moving everything, you're just fat.
Oh, darn. That's so crazy.
I went, really?
Who comes up with these terms? Mechanically obese.
Well, it's kind of in the same
Does that
regards
mean-
as every year when sports start, they have another category and another percentage.
So the next time I go see my doctor, she's going to say, you're mechanically old.
Well, you know, now when you look at, a quarterback rating, I saw they had a quarterback rating of 114. That's beyond perfect.
Yeah. So how's
You're
that
beyond 100%.
Yeah.
You're not even throwing a ball and you're doing
happen?
well.
Yeah, you're just.
It's so dumb. It's just
How
dumb.
they figure that?
Crazy.
Back in my day, 100% was it. I mean,
That's it.
Yeah, you couldn't do. Hey, my coach used to say, just get out there and give it 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they say, get out there and give it 125%.
Yeah. 214-787-1190 is the number. That's 214-787-1190. Yesterday, obviously, was the last day of the month, but there's a lot of dealers that are carrying all of their specials all the way through. And one of them is Eldorado Chevrolet, 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year. I want to thank Jazz Guild, Jason Lawn, Rusty McDonald, Justin Griffin, Mark Welch, the whole staff out there. We're going into year 10 of sponsorship with Eldorado Chevrolet. See why they're 9-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, 380 and 75 in McKinney. There's no gray area on how they do business. None. You want the best possible deal on a Chevrolet, up to $16,000 off Chevy Silverado crew cabs. That's up to $16,000 off Chevy Silverado crew cabs today. And this could be the last day because all their new incentives are going to come out on Monday. I would not pass up on that. $6,000 off a 2026 Chevy Equinox. $5,000 off any Colorado. Even the ones that are all jazzed up, they're off-roaders, $5,000 off. They are moving inventory. See why they're 9-time, fixing to be 10-time Chevy Dealer of the Year, Eldorado Chevrolet, 380 in McKinney. Go online to EldoradoChevy.com, check their inventory, and then ask for Jason or Rusty or Jazz or Justin. And here's the thing. If you want a direct contact, you want to get in and you want to get out, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Shoot me an email. Let me connect you with one of the great folks. That's EldoradoChevy.com. Together, let's drive in a new Chevrolet from Eldorado Chevrolet in McKinney, 380 and 75. Make the drive. All right. Well, a buddy of mine, he made a comment. Him and I were talking about what's going on with electrification. We're going to hit that a little early and get it out of the way. New electric vehicle deliveries fell over 43% in the month of October from a year earlier. We all know why. They took away the $7,500 tax credit. Thank goodness. A lot of things are changing. What's his name? Bill Gates came out. You know what he said?
The sky's falling.
Not no more.
Oh, no?
No.
What's his new
So
term?
here's this guy that was all in, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. And, he was part of the Chicken Little lineup, and now he's saying, due to research and things that we found out and this and whatever the case may be, which it was all BS anyway, now he's big on finding cures for diseases, which was his big thing anyway.
Well, wasn't he the one that created a lot of the diseases? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that might be part of his
I'm not saying yes or
profile.
no, but I know
Well, a lot of people
know.
think that was part of his profile. But,
Yeah, we know.
So-
There's no gray area.
so now
about it.
that he's created them, now he needs to find a cure for it. That makes sense.
Well,
It's a good business deal. That's a good
create a
business.
problem, fix a problem.
Yeah. You create the problem.
And
then
that's the
you-
name of his
you
new
co-
company.
and then-
We create, and then we create.
And so now we got to make a lot of money for the problems we created. by
And
trying to fix
so my big thing is I knew the Green Deal was BS. And, first they talked about,
Right.
Y2K, which was a lie. And then there was this massive hole.
it. Did you worry about that?
No.
Did you, sweat it out and pray and get on your
Well, I did take some cash out and put it aside, but I didn't empty my bank account like a lot of people were doing.
I just said, what the heck? If it happens, it happens. I can't do nothing about it. I just went to sleep.
Well,
I got up the next morning though to see if my computer was working, but
well, you had to figure even if it happened, it would be fixed so quickly where
Maybe.
you didn't have
not necessarily. It would have
an
been
incredible crisis. There was no way. It was.
Well, let me ask you this question. I know we're getting off of the automotive stuff just for a hair, but bear with us. You might like this idea. So, what would happen if, and do you think it could happen, if all of a sudden one day the www doesn't exist? The World Wide Web, not the wrestling. Like you wake up all of a sudden and there is no internet. The World Wide Web has lost its whatever, just went brain dead or whatever you call it. Everything is tied in to the internet.
Yeah.
Even the medical field, the banking, financing, buying groceries, everything is tied into that. Now, I think it's a bad mistake. I know.
Well, I don't think that everything is the internet is added to. I don't think everything is connected to.
Really? What's not?
The internet. Well, for example, I think that when you go into a grocery store, everything is through their computer system. Then they attach that computer system to the internet for reordering and everything else. But what I'm saying, it's a step process to me. Let's just say
But how are you going to buy anything there? Because most people use either a credit card or a debit card in order to get that money. And if your finances are down because
that's what I'm saying. Those things would come to a screech unless they got the scrapers. Remember when you put the credit card?
Yeah, exactly. He'll be bringing those back out.
Or they, hand write a receipt.
Right.
If you think about it, and to your point, in the car business when
that thing
CDK went down, dealers were handwriting contracts.
And how big of a problem was it?
It was a big problem when you got to handwrite a contract and you're doing everything on a 10 key.
It took forever, didn't it?
And that's the way I used to do business.
Well, of course, but everybody knew that.
Yeah, everybody knew how to do it. It was everybody was going forward. They don't know how to put the car in reverse and back up and go, oh my gosh, what do we do? What is our backup system? Which they had none.
Right.
But it would put, panic in the street. There'd be a rush on the stores. They'd have to call in the, lock them in.
Guards.
How are we going to do this? And, yeah.
And then the biggest problem is how long that would be down.
Right.
I mean, a day,
yeah,
no problem.
Would it turn into, that movie with Kurt Russell, Escape from New York? I mean, what would happen? We don't know. But I think there's enough in place. I remember when they hacked the Pentagon, when they hacked some of the banks, when they hacked this, they were fixed very, very quickly.
Well, we'll see.
Now, CDK took a while, and that was, dealer internet based that, everybody was tied into it. But I'm
just surprised, and I'm guilty of it too, of how we've just accepted that and that we just trust it.
Well, some things we don't have a choice.
That's true. I agree with that.
It's been put on us, and you either adapt or you don't.
Well, it's been a lot of things. We dealt with that with the,
I love watching those movies where they're off the grid and doing just fine.
And there's a lot of people that's done that, and I don't blame them. They've learned how to cook. I mean, grow their food. All that stuff. That they would be okay. They'll be okay. They've stocked up for maybe a long term of that. And now I don't believe in going down in that place you talked about was a big old concrete underground and all that. But I do think that people that live a little bit more cautiously about the future, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I've got a buddy that lives off the grid, and he has a small piece of property by a lake, stream, whatever it is, because he's talking about all these different fish that are available to him. And the only thing that he does is he goes to town periodically and fills his butane tanks.
Right.
But he said, other than that, he goes, I've got I'm stocked on auto burn logs, where you just light both ends of piece
Sure.
of paper.
Sure.
He said there's a lot of stuff that I've stocked up on that
Probably water.
I could go a year. And he's got his own filtration system.
Well, and my neighbor has one of those things that catches the water and goes in a big tank.
He's got that. And
so
so he's very, very, and
he could go a long time without a problem.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
And he said, I'm not going to run out of food. There's enough fish unless, something was to happen. But for me, couldn't do it. But anyway, the whole deal with the sky falling is
we just talked about
we know it's not. If you listen to the hearing with John Kerry, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard Ketchup Head talking about. When they said part per million, it was over 2,000 when the dinosaurs were here. They're going, well, there weren't humans. Well, how did life survive when it was over 2,000? Now it's down to 400. And he goes, well, you don't get it. He goes, you're right. And neither does anybody else, but you're milking so many people for the money. Now all of a sudden, let's make elections. Just think by 2030, they wanted 75% of everything on the road electric by 2030. Then they go 2035. Now 2040.
Well, let me just, before we go to break real quick, that ain't going to happen.
No.
Period. It may happen out in California, but it ain't going to happen here.
214-787-1190. Quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Jim Wagner, for tuning in. Says, good morning. Prayers for a great day. Yes, sir. I agree. Leanne Turney. Good morning, Leanne.
You know what? There was the heavens were singing this last week. Her son was baptized last week.
Oh, yes.
My nephew.
Fantastic.
Would he be, golly, a great nephew?
Aren't they,
Wow.
what town they live in? Paradise or something like that?
Yes. Well, they go to Paradise. There's a sign, and I was going to ask her because there's a sign on the way to her house. It says Cottondale. So I'm not sure if she's in Paradise or Cottondale or.
Well, I think Paradise and Ponder played last night in football, and I think Paradise won.
Yeah. Her son, let me tell you what, I could pull up a video of him yodeling and playing the guitar at school, and he's got all the personality. What a great kid. And then to get baptized, man.
That's awesome. Bob Self. Good morning, Kurt and Bo. Good morning, Rob Self. Good morning, brother.
Rob and Laura.
There you go.
Remember what famous couple was Rob and Laura?
Oh, the Petrie. Their last name was Petrie.
No, Petrie.
Petrie?
Petrie.
I thought it was
What was the name of the show?
Kids
the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah. And then it went to the Mary Tyler Show.
Rob and Laura Petrie.
Petrie. That was Petrie. That was close.
Well, yeah, you're there. You're there. We knew we were
That's a pretty
going.
good show.
Yep. I got to tell you, Rob and Laura are, they're cool people. They're cool. I could hang out with them all the time.
She says they live in Cottondale. The kids go to Paradise.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm right about that last night.
Yep.
Boy, I tell you what, the weather's been great here in North Texas. Cool at night. I'm having to have my little heater turned on.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a nice day today.
All weekend.
Yeah, all weekend's going to be nice. I got a buddy of mine coming into town to preach tomorrow. We'll be going over there to see him.
There it is, Paradise 20, Ponder 14.
Wow.
Last night.
There you go. Well, her oldest boy played in Paradise, and he's now working for his daddy, getting his license to be an electrician.
That's sweet.
Yep. They are, that whole family is gold. Nathan and Leanne, the kiddos, they are gold. I love them. Hope to see them these holidays. They do the best Easter egg and Easter barbecue and Easter egg that you ever seen. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I bring my dune buggy out there. We go mudding.
Mudding.
That's right. 214-787-1190. You'd like to tune in, hang out, give us a call.
We are back in 20 seconds.
4-787-1190.
And if you're tuned into the live stream, there's a little QR code that's in the top left-hand corner. If you take a picture of that, it'll take you exactly to the website of the Automotive Edge website.
All right, everybody, get up. Get up.
Get to
Quit
move.
sitting down.
Well, even if you're laying in bed, just start grooving in bed. Just move.
That's right. Get the hands going. Here we go. Everybody now. Everybody up. 214-787-1190. It's the Automotive Edge Radio Show, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We are here to help. Two ways to do it. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. Right when you open up the web page, there's a message icon. Click on it. Send me your name and number, and we'll get you with the right dealership doing the right thing, where to go, who to see, and what to do. Which yesterday I helped 7 people take delivery of a new vehicle over the telephone. And one of them was my good buddy, Brian McFarland, who started me in radio. And congratulations to him and Terry on their new vehicle. And he was shocked with his trade-in value, got the deal he wanted on his vehicle, and happy campers. Or you can give us a call right now, 214-787-1190, and let us help you with your automotive needs and make sure that you're taken care of. A lot going on in the auto industry, and we want to make sure that you're up to date and you know where the deals are. This segment of the show is brought to you by Driver's Edge Auto Repair, a 21-year sponsor of the Automotive Edge Radio Show. They don't winterize, they don't summarize, they only do the work needed at the time. It's like having a good doctor or a good dentist. You always want a good mechanic on your side, where you're not going in where they're taking off good parts and putting good parts on. They want to do the work that's needed. You know, we really don't have much of a winter here in Texas, so there's no need to do all the things that if you were living in Chicago or New York or wherever. Here in Texas, we have a very brief freeze. Usually we get an ice mageddon or a little bit of snow, but nothing to where you need to winterize. And the coupons are coming out all the time winterizing, and there's no need to. Right now, $50 off any service, a $39.99 full synthetic oil change. I got this in the mail. If you don't have one, it's real simple. Go to mydriversedge.com. That's mydriversedge.com for location nearest you, and look at all their tires that they have on sale. There's no need to go to the big box stores anymore when you can get your oil change, tire rotation, and alignment. Their alignment is $89. $89. Everywhere else is $199. The place, mydriversedge.com. Over 23 locations to help you with all your automotive needs. So real quick, new vehicle deliveries fell 43% with the electrification. They expected to drop again. Some of the manufacturers are still doing really well. I was talking to Alan Glover over at Classic Kia Carrollton right there at 35 and 121, and their EV6 and EV9 sales are still through the roof. In fact, he just found a company that was selling some and bought them to keep his EV supply. So a lot of people, based on the make and model and the price point, they don't care, and they're still buying them, and they're not concerned about the $7,500. Now, at Classic Kia Carrollton, they were doing all the way up to the end of the month, $9,000 in savings. You look at Crest, they had special incentives between the manufacturer and the dealership to compensate for the $7,500 tax credits, and they were putting up tax credits while they lasted. So that was what needed to be done in the first place. They should have never come out and said, hey, we're putting $7,500 tax credits out there on vehicles that you and I didn't get to drive that the government was paying for. Terrible, terrible business. Now, what you're going to see is as this thing levels off, the resale value will be better. They're going to have to consolidate. You're going to see some of the electric vehicles go away. Some of the manufacturers are already dropping different lines of electric vehicles or getting rid of them. Nissan, I was with Justin Crane there at Burleson Nissan 35 and Renfro Road. That told me they're getting rid of their SUV and they're going to keep the Nissan Leaf. That's it. Because everybody's going the same direction I said 2 years ago. Stop this craziness. Get rid of this ridiculous $7,500 tax credit. Start weaning yourself off this and go hybrid. Go hybrid. Everybody will be happy with hybrid. Because here's the big thing. There's no car. There's not any vehicles out there that are not complying with pollution. And that was the big thing. Because you do more harm to the world if you were to put a balance between electric and gas, which one disturbs the earth more? And that's digging up the minerals and digging up the special metals and everything that's involved with electrification. I don't get it. I don't. And their argument is worthless. Absolutely worthless. Bring products to the market that you, the consumer, want to buy. You'll decide whether it works or not. This stuff should not be mandated. How we live, what we drive, what we eat, none of this should be mandated, except for the protection of. We should be protected that we're in good quality, safe vehicles, 110%. What comes out the exhaust, well, that's already under control. The rest of it, leave it alone. We will decide what we want to buy. We'll decide what we pick off the shelves. We'll decide what car we start and drive off a car lot. Manage our money, quit wasting our money, and the auto industry, the largest employer in the world, will be fine. 214-787-1190. Your thoughts always count. Facts matter. Opinions count. Always here on the Automotive Ed Radio Show. We love to hear from you. Some of you are still sending me some pretty dirty, nasty emails, but that's okay. Just quit putting that haterade in your coffee, and things will be just fine.
Good morning, Ron Weiss. He's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I told him to have some gumbo today.
Yeah, don't put no potato salad in it.
You ain't gonna have gumbo without. You got to have potato salad in it.
Hey, there's a new place on Roof Snow.
Oh yeah.
And I got on their menu, and I actually had to call, and I asked the guy, and he goes, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, these people have no idea about what
And get
happens.
this.
If they don't know about that,
Hang
do not trust them about what.
Guess where he was born and raised?
I don't care.
Lafayette, Louisiana.
I don't care. If he don't know about that, then he's had his head buried.
Well,
so, I'm sorry.
Maybe you have.
I bet you that I could call as many people that they say don't know about that or don't get it that know about it and do it.
All right, we need to do, well, I'm not going to do a road trip, but fly to Louisiana.
I go.
And walk in. We'll see how many restaurants they have people request potato salad in their gumbo.
We'll be so stuffed with gumbo.
Loser buys.
All right, let's go.
All right. Guys, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun.
We need to walk around with one of them GoPros on our head.
That would be great. That's right there. Go live.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So what are we going
So, here's what blows me away. There's still consumers out there that want contactless car buying. I'm blown away. What
do you mean by that?
They don't want to come to the dealership. They want to do everything online.
Wow.
By phone, bring them the car, sign the paperwork, and be on their way. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, that is virus really changed the minds and hearts of a lot of people. Well,
especially when you see them driving down the road with a mask on, nobody in the car.
I'm still seeing it. Don't get it. Don't get it.
Oh, man, we saw it the other day when I was at your house. A guy walking down the street, walking his dog with a big old mask on.
Yeah, that old virus out there floating around. But what's amazing is how many people, and I said, what percent is? One dealer actually told me it's still 10% of his business.
Really?
Where people are going online.
Totally doing it there.
Everything's online. They're doing the e-DocuSign, emailing over the driver's license and the insurance. The salesman pulls up in the car. And one of the salesmen said the person got out of the car. They come out of the house and they asked them to step back. They disinfected where they were sitting. And so he had to do a virtual
delivery.
Wow. I'm like, boy, oh boy, did some people.
That's wackadoodle do with a capital W.
Not only did they drink the Kool-Aid, they are still drinking the Kool-Aid.
Dude, they're wrapped around in a bubble.
But that's not the norm. There's still a lot of people out there that go,
But
you know what the heck?
That's still quite a bit, though,
That's
don't you
still a
think?
lot.
I think.
But he still has the
I
people
would
that
have never
go,
guessed that. I would have guessed about 2 or 3%, maybe.
you know, for me, I could actually do that.
Buy one online?
Yeah, because I know.
Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, you know too much about it, but most people don't have that knowledge.
Yeah, for the average person, you're going.
So how do they negotiate online like that?
They're on the phone with sales.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know, and say, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I have good credit. You know, you can do your application, everything online. There's some pieces of paper that need to be signed because you have your as is, your WEOs, your power of attorney,
mileage things.
There's some things that will be signed, and so they actually left the packet was sitting there and everything was highlighted in yellow, for them to sign. But I don't get it. For me, if I'm a consumer, the feel of the wheel makes the deal. I am driving, smelling, touching, going through, because the last thing you want is buyer's remorse.
Ooh.
But I am still blown away by how many people still want. They don't want any contact when it comes to automobile. I'm like, golly, stop drinking that Kool-Aid. It's okay. If these people are
life is fine out here, baby. Take a jump.
I say the water's fine. Come on in.
Come on in. The water's fine.
That's right. 214-787-1190 live today. Grapevine Dodge. Come see this new facility. Beautiful. The prices are even more beautiful. Come see us. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Ryan Weiss says he loves Lafayette. I love Louisiana too. Oh, I don't necessarily.
I bet Ron Weiss never put potato salad in his gumbo.
He doesn't, then he doesn't know about gumbo. And it's got to be the smooth.
Oh boy!
Salad.
Now here
Not
we go. It
clump.
Can't be chunky.
No, it can't be. It's got to be the real smooth, which I love.
Like mashed potatoes.
Yes.
But that's not potato salad. That's mashed potatoes.
It's mashed potato salad.
Oh boy! There's
the
always
same
a
ingredients.
Caveat. There's always a caveat.
So, what's when you go in? I'd like. Let me ask you this.
Wait a second. When you walk into a restaurant, you say, "I want the extra whipped, creamy potato salad."
I do ask
gumbo.
them. I ask them if they have.
I'd throw you right out. I know you're going to be a complaining consumer.
I'm the least complaining consumer. I just ask questions.
No way.
So let me ask you a question. So
okay.
If you take and have a burger and you take an onion and you slice it, you put it on your burger, or you take and you grind it up and you put that onion that you ground up fine and put it on your burger, do you still have onion on your burger or not?
That is, I know exactly where you're going. I know exactly. This is so ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's the same thing. You're just saying it's not potato salad.
I don't eat onions, but the answer is yes.
Okay, then that's the same thing about potato salad. If it's smooth or chunky, it's still potato salad. Just like that said about the onion. Example.
Yeah, but see, now you got these caveats that
caveats.
You walk into a Cajun restaurant, you go, "Hey, do you have smooth, creamy potato salad?"
Hey,
what do you think they're going to say?
I would, you know what? If they say it's chunky, fine. I'll take it anyway.
Could you take it back there and mash it and bash it and kick it around?
No, I just do it myself. I have my friend do it. Here, would you mash my tater salad?
Goodness gracious.
She does it for me at home. So she likes the mixture of the Amish potato salad and the mustard.
Amish?
Yeah, there's Amish potato salad. You ever seen that at the grocery store? Okay. I guess I'm going to have to go buy one and take a picture of it and show you.
Amish potato salad.
Yeah, they got it everywhere.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I've never seen it at Kroger.
Oh, really? That's probably the first place you could probably find it.
Amish.
You go to the deli area, and I promise you'll see Amish potato salad. And they have
Larry, have you ever? Larry, have you ever seen Amish potato salad at the grocery store?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you guys,
we're all blind, but
y'all need to pull your head out of your armpit because they're there. It's there. I'm gonna get it and show you.
I'm gonna look for it. like at Sprouts or anything?
You know the area where you can buy the potato salad and in a cup, or what do they call it?
Prepackaged.
Prepackaged. They have the mustard potato salad. They have mayonnaise potato salad. They have Amish potato salad. They've got all these different things.
This is a perfect song for what you just said.
All right. I'm going to have to get Purple Haze, go buy
Another
some.
recipe bites the dust.
Somebody, please help me out here that you've seen Amish potato salad at the grocery store. Good morning, Melinda Chase.
People with
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, buddy. I've seen Amish butter. So have I, Sherry. I've seen that before. I've seen Amish butter. I've seen Irish butter. I've seen European butter. But I have never seen the other. Oh, you talk about Big Sexy. There he is. The great Shane Peck. Come on out and get his autograph today here at Grapevine Dodge. 214-787-1190. This segment show brought to you by Grapevine Ford Home, the true home of the love it or leave it promise. You know, Martin and Martin are the two sales managers there at Grapevine Ford, and we had another fantastic month with those folks. It's the easiest way to own your Ford. It's easy. Go online, pre-select, call them, ask them to get it ready, go test drive, come back. The Martin and Martin will take care of the numbers.
That sounds like Martin and what was
Well, it's actually Cameron and Cameron, but I always say Martin and Martin. But,
okay.
It's just simple. I had a buddy goes, hey, I want a 3/4 ton, blah, 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 blah. And I looked it up and I said, they've got one. He called me up and he goes, they had that sucker ready when I got there. Well, golly.
It does
they
work.
will.
It actually works.
Yep.
This, you know.
And if you get it home and you go, wait a minute here. I wish I'd have got leather. I wish I'd have done this. My wife's not real happy. I surprised her. It's okay. Cameron and Cameron will take care of you. The place, the true home of the love it or leave it promise. The best way to own your new Ford Escape, Ford Expedition, Ford Explorer, Ford Mustang, Ford F-150, Mach-E. That's Grapevine Ford, right between Texan Trail and Main Street on Highway 114, right across from the airport. See my buddy Cameron or Cameron, go to grapevine.ford.com. Okay. I got to tell you what.
Speaking of Sherry, we're going to have to see them this weekend, Sunday.
Are you?
Out there in the East Texas part of the world.
You going to join me today? All right. The fans are waiting. I was blown away by the growth and the decline of four-door sedans.
What?
Blown away. I know. That's what I said.
Oh,
so
my Lord.
I did my last quarter, which is through September. And I'm looking at these numbers going, geez Louise. Now, you know what the number one group of selling products in the whole United States are? Trucks. No doubt about it. Well, get this. Trucks. I'm looking at these numbers. I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. 2,173,266, up 6.8%. Right behind is pickup trucks at 2,302,000, which is up 10% and climbing. I mean, we are in, the truck capital of the world here in the great state of Texas, and these numbers continue to increase. But sales of cars across all segment this year is off 6.7%.
I'm so surprised.
2,107,000, which is 71,000 off of cars to SUVs. But here's the kicker:
they don't have as many.
Ford doesn't have any cars other than the Mustang.
That's what I was getting at.
And Chevy doesn't have any cars other than the Corvette. So when you have these manufacturers, and then Dodge has no cars. So they have the Charger, but that's
it's not considered like what a normal car.
Yeah, so you have the big three that have no cars except for a couple of muscle cars. That's it.
So no wonder the sales are down.
Yes. Well, when you have manufacturers that are not building them, so one of my buddies that always tunes in, you know,
Here
and
we
he
go.
has to put his 2 cents in. Well, it's actually half a cent now. Well, hey, you know, you keep talking about people would buy, they would buy. So hang on just a second here. There are so many people that would like a big luxury brand car. I'm telling you now.
Yes, like the old days of the big, you know, Buick or Cadillac or
Yeah,
that.
Lincoln.
Yes, no doubt.
They
There's
would
no doubt
buy
about it.
them.
Yes, they would.
Now you couldn't get away with the 7-foot hood or some of these big.
Well, you don't
monster
need that
cars or the
anymore.
Fleetwood Brougham or
But you're talking about a real good size car,
Yep.
4-door car, where you can ride a family in and be comfortable, kick back, the whole kind of thing. I guarantee they're missing the boat on that.
Yeah, if they took the Cadillac CT5 and enlarged that car, and that was a $50,000-$60,000 rig, they'd sell everything they could build. If they had a Lincoln, go back to the MKZ, every one of those that they built, they sold. People loved that luxury car.
Yep.
The Malibu, think about this. They announced the Malibu was going to be discontinued, and I was talking to Jason Long. Every Malibu they had coming in was pre-sold. People are like, wait a minute here. We don't have any more big. And Malibu was a relatively decent size sedan.
I don't know.
The size-wise was the same as a CT5.
Now, why do they get rid of these vehicles that's so popular like that?
I don't, but it's incredible. You know, the top 2 selling compact cars have always been the Corolla and the Honda.
1 minute to commercial.
But these 2 vehicles didn't make the top 10 best-selling 2025 vehicles.
Crazy.
Because you look at the segment, what they call compact utility crossovers. Amazing to have so many names for it. SUVs took most of the top spots. And they said the first 9 months, compact utility vehicles trouncing compact cars by over 811,000 units.
15 seconds to commercial.
I really believe that the right product would be the turning point. Quick break, 214-787-1190. I'm Kurt Chase with the great one, Big Wheel Bo Carver. We'll be right back.
So will I.
Thanks everybody for joining us. My lovely bride, Melinda. I'm blessed. I got a wife that keeps getting prettier. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but man, oh man, home run. Thank you, Jesus. Give us a call. There's something on your mind you want to chat about or talk about or get off your chest. 214-787-1190. And I don't mean your personal life. We're not going there. 214-787-1190. I thank everybody for tuning in, joining in, and making comments. We're here today live at Grapevine Dodge. Come on out and see us. What a beautiful day to take a test drive with the windows down. The last time you did that, that's what I'd be doing. Windows down. Yes, sir, Bob. So remember, at the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to be switching over just to our live feeds on our YouTube channel, YouTube / the Automotive Edge Radio Show, then on LinkedIn, and shifting gears, and the Automotive Edge Facebook page. So you'll have 4 different ways to tune in. UNT is taking over the last 2 hours of the show, so we'll be flipping over here in about an hour's time. And hopefully UNT will, make a big bounce back after UCF destroyed them. First home game, first sold out game, undefeated. And boy, did UCF hand them a plate of whoop butt. And my buddy was going, hey, and I thought it was still Applegate Stadium, but it's not. It's now Daku Stadium.
Yeah, right.
And he said, you want to go to the game? I got field passes. I'm like, no, I don't want to go. And boy, he commented me, he goes, you ought to be glad. He goes, I already left. And he said, yeah, he goes, that was a thrashing. But
Well, they have Navy coming into town.
Yep.
They're undefeated too.
Yep.
Well, that'll be a good game though.
Yep.
See.
Yeah, our TBD was TBD'd. So
it determined.
Yep. So where are you headed to today?
No, tomorrow. We're headed out to see my buddies out there in East Texas, out there around Jacksonville.
So does there's no way Sherry puts potato salad in her gumbo.
I don't know. I've never asked her about that.
I bet she doesn't. I bet she's a wise woman. She eats it.
She may. I don't know. That's a good question.
You know, I was at the store yesterday, maybe the day before, and I'm shocked how much pre-packaged gumbo is in the seafood section.
Really? Oh, that's crazy.
I make mine from scratch. I do the crawfish. I do the shrimp. I do the sausage. I do the rice. I don't do the craziness. I don't. So, yeah, it's a different deal.
Well, you know, we have a lot of prepackaged stuff. Here you go, right there at Walmart.
What?
Fixing to show you right there. Amish potato salad at Walmart. Read them in wheat. You can buy it at Walmart, and you can buy it a lot of other places too. Amish potato salad.
Well, look at this. Artificial flavors, high corn syrup.
Well, all of that's in
Who wants that? It's not potato salad. Make it at home. You don't have all that in there.
But I'm saying it's Amish potato salad.
Then you take it off the shelves.
Well, all that probably needs to come off the shelf.
You just totally ruined me from even taking a bite of it. High fructose. First thing in bold letters on the front of the page.
Well, it's packaged. What else do you expect? Sherry's I'm a gumbo picky dude. She calls me by my real name. Is in Beaumont set my bar. See? Saying I set the bar for being picky about gumbo.
That's not what she said.
Yes, it says that. What does it say? She calls me by my name, real name, first name. I set the bar.
Donald Bowena Carver.
That's it. Bowena. I got to show you a picture of that one day. Yes, ma'am. You're right about that. We set them bars high down there in Beaumont, Texas.
So y'all going to Beaumont?
No, we're going to Jacksonville, Texas.
How far drive is that?
3 hours.
That ain't bad.
Nah. And we're going to be out there on a beautiful lake and beautiful setting. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, sure. I can't make it tomorrow. I was invited before you were.
Come on. Go with us.
She said, if you can't make it, I'll call Bo.
Come on.
And we can't.
Come on. Go with me.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because my buddy Pastor Matt Oxley, is coming in town to preach tomorrow. So we're going to that.
Well, how many sermons have you heard in the past?
Him and his
you can afford to miss one sermon, for goodness sake.
No, he's coming in town just tomorrow.
Oh, hallelujah.
Him and his lovely wife, Heather.
Tell him I'm sorry I missed the sermon.
He don't want you there. The place to catch on fire. You come through the door.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think we got enough holy water to put that fire out.
There's a few people they let in, but they're going to escort me right out.
Yeah. So, anywho, Sunday is church and family. No Cowboys, because Cowboys play Monday night. Who really cares? They're playing the Cardinals.
Yeah. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
This is their year, though, isn't it?
He's all in.
It's all in.
He's all in.
Well, it's going to be.
My wife, though, God love her, she is still a big Cowboy fan, and don't say anything about the Cowboys. And
who's that?
My wife.
Oh, okay. Well, has she been asleep for the last 30 years?
She's a fan. You would think she has a little Yankee blood in her because Yankees, win or lose, they're there.
Oh, I know.
All my cousins that are big Giants fan and Jets fan, they're still at all the games.
Yeah, I have a dear friend that goes to all the Jets games.
Yeah.
And cries every Sunday. 214-787-1190. This segment of the show is brought to you by Burleson Nissan, 35 in Renfro Road. Online all the time at burlesonnissan.com. And here's the thing. The average used car is still hovering right at $30,000. Average good used car, can you believe that? With an interest rate around 7%. Burleson Nissan has the Versa, the Sentra, and the Kicks under $25,000. In fact, a buddy of mine bought a new Kicks for his kiddo at $22,500. Cool.
2025 brand new vehicle, $22,500. You can't go wrong. Great leases. They got leases under $200 a month. And then they have the lease payment and they have the buy payment. And whether you're leasing or buying, it's the same price. Just your lease payment's about 45% less than what the retail buy would be. And you can't go wrong. You don't have to spend $30,000 with a higher interest rate when you can buy a brand new with a lower interest rate. The place, though, go meet Justin Crane and his staff at Burleson Nissan and experience. In fact, I've got several family members driving a brand new Nissan Sentra. I've got two friends that just took their kiddos over and one bought a Kicks, one bought a Sentra. And they were going, wow, I was going to spend $28,200 on this used whatever. And I went, yeah, now you got a brand new car, 3-year warranty. And they go off to college and they get it serviced at Nissan at no cost to mom and dad. 214-787-1190. Go to burlesonnissan.com. So here's the numbers. Here's the companies that are doing really, really well. Toyota and Lexus posted double-digit at the end of Q3 gains. Hybrids are on fire with Toyota, which they always have been. They came out many, many years ago with the Prius with the regenerative system, and it has just continued to move forward and move forward and move forward. And that's why they've been one of the automotive leaders with their technology and with their partnerships with different manufacturers. And they bought part of Mazda. They like their technology to put that in their repertoire. Lexus. I have some people that I don't care what that thing looks like, they're buying a Lexus. And so their numbers really well. Here's a great news is Nissan, the U.S. model has jumped up 6.4%. And you figure how much 6.4%, that's actually a lot. And a lot of people thought Nissan was going out of business. They were done. They were going to melt. Well, let me just tell you what, that country will not allow Nissan to fail. They're going to be investors and people come in. Now they have a new CEO that's taken over, given good direction and focus. Nissan is a great vehicle. I owned a Maxima at one time. I had a Z at one time. They are designed, the torque, the horsepower, everything about these cars are cool. The residuals are going up. Their looks. One thing about Nissan is they've come out with some of the best styling out there. There's a lot of vehicles out there now. When you look at them, you think they're electric because of what they've done at the front end, and they're not electric. Nissan has really stayed true to cool design vehicles. They've got the jamma ding dong look about them. I mean, they are the cat's meow when they're coming in design, which Hyundai was doing for a long time now. Hyundai kind of slid sideways with some of their designs, but Nissan is still making good, stylish cars, and they're making them very, very affordable when it comes to your new cars. Hyundai, Kia keep on rolling. Their sales are up 14%. No big surprise there. One thing a lot of people are asking me about what's going on with what's coming and what's going. We know for a fact that the Kia Soul is gone. I am not a betting man, but I bet there's going to be a couple of electric vehicles fall off with both manufacturers owned by the same company. That will be hybrid technology. And I sure hope that Hyundai goes back to a much better aggressive design than where they went. There's Santa Fe. I was blown away when I saw the Santa Fe. Who did that? When you're building so many good cars, that Hyundai Elantra and the Sonata were two of the coolest four-door sedans, design-wise, exterior, in the marketplace. And I sure hope that they stick with that wow factor moving forward. Jeep, this is so good. 6% sales gain as the slump ends. You know, the previous CEO for Stellantis was just taking the company into the toilet. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. God bless all the Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram dealers. They were having to give products away to keep them turning because they got so expensive, and they weren't getting a lot of help, and they were just bleeding. And now they got a new man at the helm of the ship, and they brought back the Hemi. Why in the first place they ever got rid of it? Now here's the thing. I understand about V8s. When you go back to Toyota, they took their iForce V8 that was in all of their products, the Sequoia, the Tundra, and now they have a twin turbo V6. Fantastic, doing really well. Well, Dodge came along and they put in their twin turbo Hurricane and figured, okay, here we're still gonna get great horsepower, we're still gonna get torque, we're gonna get payload, our GVWR is still gonna be solid, but we're gonna get a little bit better gas mileage. Well, you still need to keep that Hemi in there. And they were like completely done and out. And this guy comes in, takes over and says, hey, we're bringing back the Hemi. And I'm going to tell you what, my emails blew up. How soon can we get a Hemi? They actually have several Hemis here at Grapevine Dodge, 121 and William D. Tate, and they sound from factory absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And here's the cool thing. They will find a way to continue to refine and design that Hemi motor where you're going to enjoy owning a Hemi. I really like that vehicle. Here's one thing that I don't get, but I do get, and it's Honda. Their sales have gone down.
Do you think it's because of the designs?
You know what? I have a lot of people that are saying that they think that who is ever designing the exterior of Honda needs to be fired.
Because usually Honda's never really down. I mean, that's been a staple for a lot of years.
Yep.
Like Honda, that's a Honda, baby. That's what I want.
You know, I managed Dave McDavid Honda for years. I managed John Eagle Honda for years.
And it was that way, wasn't it?
And I'm going to tell you what, a new color had come out, you couldn't sell it. I remember when the Cashmere Honda Accord came out, it was their first SE edition. And one was green, this really cool green, and the other one was cashmere. Buddy, I bet I had 100 pre-sold cashmere Accords. And so everything's fine. Now they need to get away from this electrification stylish front end that Hyundai was doing with some of their products. Stop. When it says Sport Edition, it doesn't look like a Sport Edition. It looks like somebody messed up. My opinion. And here's the thing. You can't buy a better car than Honda, quality-wise, right, residual-wise, longevity, cost of ownership. All the internal mechanism of Honda is absolutely fantastic and always has been. Always has been. Stop with the ugly design. Everything is starting to look the same. Kind of like what Lexus did for a long time. Everything had that ridiculous, massive, expanded bow tie grill front end. I'm like, why? Why are you putting that on everything where you have to go to back of the vehicle to identify what it is? I remember when I was managing Honda, I could walk up and go, that's an LX, that's an EX, that's an EXL, that's an LX V6, that's an EXL V6. I knew by looking at the cars. Now you have to, what is this? Was it? Stop. Give your car its own identity. Quit falling into the design of whatever, and bring those numbers back up and where they need to be.
What do you think? It's because of the easiness of putting a lot of that on the same vehicle?
It's almost like they just have a stencil.
That's what I mean. Like, okay, I can make a bunch of these front ends, and we can put it on the EVs, we can put it on the hybrids, and we got to put it on the ICE vehicles. And in that way, we don't have to have all these different manufactured parts. we can kind of just unify it and make it the cost less for us to do.
Yeah, it's been stenciled, 100%.
Okay.
And I just don't get
But
it.
it sucks.
Yep. VW sales fall again, despite the ID4 surge. The Audi skid ends, and I got to tell you what, that Audi, that is everything about Audi, whether it's the Q5, Q7, A5, A8, those cars are bad to the freaking bone. You want a driving experience, Audi offers boy, do they offer a driving experience. I have never driven an Audi other than electric that I wouldn't put in my driveway. Every one of their ICE cars, every one of them I'd put in the driveway. And if you're having a bad day, get behind the wheel and go have fun, because those things will, man, they are jackrabbits.
Except for the cost of the oil
torque
change.
on those things remind me of what Nissan did for many, we're still doing for many. It is a torque design, fun driving. And that A8, out of all the leftover big sedans, I would put that A8 in my garage in a heartbeat. 214-787-1190. That's 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back.
You like the color of this Jeep here?
Yeah.
It is kind of cool. I'm not usually a fan of the earth tones, greens or browns.
Yeah, but it has a good metallic in it.
Yeah, and it really pops with the black.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't put anything else on it.
No.
Chrome. If it didn't have the black on it, had chrome, it'd pop too.
Yeah, but I like the black look.
I know you do.
A lot of people do. That's why they have so many of them. You like those wheels there on that gray car truck? They're kind of cool.
Kinda.
I don't like all the thing they have with the like the little cap that goes over where the bolts are.
Well, they have to. It's a 3/4 ton, so you got a larger
okay.
axle.
I got you.
There.
Okay.
You'll always see those on 3/4 ton
Okay.
because you got a bigger
Yeah,
axle. Plus, that's a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. But otherwise, I like the wheel.
I would like to see the wheels as shiny as the side mirrors.
No, I think the polish look is better. The combination, because the shiny part's on the little cap part.
Yeah, but I would see inside the wheels,
Yeah.
which is tough to do. I would have that with the polished on the outside.
Okay. I could go with that.
Yeah.
That would look good.
Yep. I was looking at that one around the corner, but a little bit out of my price range.
That Marinish red.
Yeah.
That thing stared right at me when I came in. And guess what I thought? Kurt's going to be driving out. It's going to be shined out and pulled out. Is he going to be leaving in that today?
Well, they have the Citadel edition, and it is $93,000. And you get in that truck, and that diamond weave seating, air conditioned, heated, everything. I drove when I went, oh my goodness. I just don't have $93,000 to put into a pickup truck.
Well, you're waiting for a Hemi anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. I want a Rebel X.
Hemi.
Not the GT, not the Sport, a Rebel X with a Hemi.
All right. It'll be coming to you to Automotive Edge radio show near you soon.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Okay, break.
Because they're coming out with.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, you can't even order it right now.
Oh, okay.
So, and I want it in that kind of like a crimson red with the gray Rebel X on it is the one I want.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a while.
I like this color too.
Oh, I do too. That is sexy.
Yeah.
What color wheels it got on it?
It's black.
Is it? Yeah. See, that works on there because you got the black mirrors.
Mm-hmm. And it pops
the
too.
Black front ends.
It makes the color pop too. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
They got some great vehicles here. If y'all want to get out and see some nice vehicles, y'all need to come to Grapevine Dodge because they got some nice stuff out here, man.
They do. And they got the big bad boy behind us. The Grand Wagoneer.
Here it is, sitting right back there.
Well, back in the day, that'd be something you'd be driving people around in.
Yes, sir. I sure would. So get a little closer look on it. There it is, folks. Right there.
Yeah, you're talking about a people mover.
Well, people like those people movers.
People get in that bad boy.
They got 3 or 4 kids and going to 3 or 4 different football and basketball and baseball games.
Lower that back seat and throw everything in and run and gun.
Mm-hmm. There it is. So I have to correct. Sherry was saying a while ago, she was talking about a Don's restaurant that was in Beaumont, not me. I realized that after I looked
And I
it up.
guarantee you, Don didn't put potato salad in the gumbo.
I'm
there.
not going to say that.
He didn't.
They call
Guarantee he
it, it's turned in, it's Floyd's now, and it's really good. Still really good. They bought it out.
Country cooking.
It's Cajun. They got, the whole thing. Black and
You like
fish.
soft shell crab?
We are going back in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. Remember,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess we'll talk to when we get back. Where we're going to be in about an hour.
About 45 minutes.
You're in the boogie wonderland. You just got to get up and move. Nobody's watching, so get up and shake it up. Get your hands over your head. Shake it like you don't care. Boogie.
We would need the people to do a little video and send it while we're on air here, so we can see it like they.
There
make a
you
comment.
go. Send us your little dancing
Little dance,
video.
baby.
Shake it up a little bit.
So
Keep
it's-
it respectable.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't care.
Yeah, I can imagine. Can you dance?
Don't dance. Sorry.
Hey, if you're looking for sport and luxury all in the same ride, the place, highly accurate Fort Worth. I was just over in there, moving right down 820. They'll be there on I think the 10th or 12th of this month.
Really? That soon?
Yeah. And David Gomez, managing partner there at Highly Accurate Fort Worth, is all excited. I went by the new dealership. And if you go to highlyaccuratefort.worth.com, that's highlyaccuratefort.worth.com. They're posting the new pictures and the address and it's just 15 minutes down the highway. And they're kind of bringing all the Highly stores together into one area because they got the Subaru, they got the GMC, they got the Buick, the Mazda, all that in one area. And now they're adding the Acura store. And I will still tell you, it is one of the best luxury sport vehicles out there. You can put it in a sport mode, a luxury mode, enjoy all those vehicles. Plus, the Acura Integra, they have a blue one sitting on the showroom floor that's just lights out. You can get it in a shaker, manual transmission for the younger people.
I'm not sure if they even know what a manual transmission means.
Yeah, they think that's paddle shifter. But anyway, you can get all of one. And then when it comes to service, even if you have a Honda, remember Acura is a sister to the Honda. And they can take care of your Honda as well, whether it's an Acura or a Honda. Go see Dean back in service. He is the service director, and let them keep your cars up and running. One thing I notice every time I'm there at the Acura store, how long people are keeping their Acuras. And I talk to a lot of people in the service area, and they're going, "We love it. We have no problems. We do basic maintenance." This one lady said, "Mine has 279,000 miles on it. It's going nowhere."
Sweet.
Yep. And she goes, "I would get in this thing and drive to California." I said, "Don't go to California. Go to the other coast."
Yeah. Stay away
but anyway,
from that place.
for the best, and right now they have a bunch of 0 down leases. So just accurate on now to highlyaccuratefort.worth.com. That's highlyaccuratefort.worth.com. And then make the appointment, step out there and shake David Gomez's hand. Let him know you're listening to the Automotive Ed Radio Show. That's highlyaccuratefort.worth.com. All right. So here's something that kind of blew me away. Do you know how many different models BMW offers?
How many different models? I think I remember you brought that up to me before. It's like about 15.
21 flavors.
I started to say 20, but I felt like that was really pushing it.
21 flavors.
Now, why?
They got a bunch. It's amazing. If you just log on to BMW, just click on vehicles.
How does anybody make
you're
a
going to
decision
see
over
a
that?
ton of rides to choose from. I was blown away while we were going.
Now, let me ask you something. Is there really significantly a lot of difference between the 20, or is it just like minor in a lot of them?
Minor.
Okay.
They
But
all
still,
still have the same grill on the front end. They all still have the emblem on the front that they all like still on the front. How many do you think Lexus has?
I would say probably 10.
20.
Still two.
So they got 15 models, and then you got your performance line.
Wow.
What about
20.
Cadillac?
I'm going to stay with my 10.
Now, this is ICE and electric
Okay.
when I say this.
12.
19.
Okay. I'm going to start
Mercedes. This one's
all right. 21.
24.
Still undershot.
24 choice. Audi.
25.
16.
Oh, say. Should stay with my
Ford.
Probably about 15.
11. Chevy.
15.
9.
Oh, they're really strong.
Dodge.
I'm going to say 10.
You're 13.
Not bad.
So you got the 1500, the 2500, the 3500, the ProMaster, the Charger, and then with the Jeep line you have 8. So, and then Chrysler, you could say throw in another one there. They have the Pacifica, but I don't know if Chrysler's still going to hang out and be around much longer. But
how does someone make a decision on 25 different vehicles? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's sometimes people get oversaturated and go like, I'm throwing my hands up. I can't make a decision. So I don't get it. I mean, to me, I think people just get really what's the word I'm looking for? They just get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And so you go like, I can't make a decision. You got 25 vehicles to choose from, or the types, and then you got color to choose from, all these different.
Well, when you have a chance on your computer, just pull up BMW and hit. No, you need to do it on the computer.
Oh, well, I can't do it while I'm alive.
I'll put up in a minute, and then
right.
you just hit vehicles all of a sudden, and you start scrolling out of rows and rows and rows, and you're like,
no,
wow.
I'm out just thinking about it. I don't want to get into that kind of, stress.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
It's a lot of choice. But you know what? Here's some of the mindset. And I remember this when I was selling Ford. And if you go back, we had the Ford Escort, we had the Tempo, we had the Probe, we had the Taurus, we had the Thunderbird, we had the Crown Victoria. Then we had the full truck line.
Yeah.
And then we added the Bronco 2, the Ford Aerostar. I had a pretty good memory, huh?
Well,
and so what my boss would say is you line them up and people will walk the line. And I was shocked how true it was, where you would go, they would say, what is that? Wait a minute, what is that?
Well, I remember being that way when I sold TVs for Curtis Mathis. We did that same kind of thing. And then they would ask about certain deals. But the one difference I think makes the difference from the past versus now is you had names on the vehicles. Now it's like GR70s or X.
It's all a number, yeah.
And I don't get those number things. I mean, the names on these vehicles, to me, gives it personality, gives it a name that you can adjust to and say, yeah, I want this Challenger or Charger or whatever the particular name you're looking for. But when you go to these XK90s and, this and that,
G7, A8, A7, A6,
I hate that.
A4.
I hate it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't resonate.
That's one thing I like, that Dodge, you have your Ram, you have your Hemi,
right.
You have your
their names
T-Rex.
Are still on the vehicles.
Same thing with the Challengers.
Right.
You had your Red Eye and you had, Jailbreak. I mean, everything was named. It was really, really
and
cool.
And doesn't that settle into people better, a name than a number?
100%.
I mean, most people can't even remember their password with a number.
Yeah, and all the BMWs are X's or
all of those. Are
yeah, like but some of them that's the only way they've done it. But I'm with you. They've always gone though. The bigger the number. If you look at Lexus, you got your 200, your 300, your 350, your 460, your 470, and then you get into your 600. And so it went with size.
So what's the reason, though, to go numbers versus a name?
I just think they think it's because I remember when Acura we had the Acura Integra, we had the Acura Legend,
Correct.
and then it went to RL, TL, TLX.
But that was really based on the addendum, the add-ons to that vehicle.
No,
That's just
went
that
ahead and
was the
took
name
away. And
Oh, okay.
what was the Legend is now the TL or TLX.
Oh, okay.
And then they went A spec, and they went to. I don't know why they took away so many cool names of the vehicle. You know, Ford has stuck with it with the Mustang, the Expedition, the Explorer.
Sure.
I mean, they've stuck with it. The Honda Accord, the Honda Civic, the Honda Prelude coming out, the
And
Honda Pilot,
I'm gonna
the
tell you,
Passport.
to me, I love that. I hate these numbers.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't.
Yep. And it's mainly with the higher line than your standard vehicles that
True.
you're going to see these numbers
But
coming up.
do you have any idea why they did that?
No.
Yeah.
And when you ask them, they're going, "That's just what they do." So,
Well,
and they own the company.
yeah,
so what
I
are you
guess
gonna
so.
say?
They're gonna do what they want, but I don't like it. I
don't
just don't
either.
like it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
2-1. Well, it's. I always like that identity.
Sure. I mean, to me, it's the same thing of a person.
I mean, Mercedes has always.
I want
done
you
it.
to call me XR9 from here on out.
I mean, you think about it. Mercedes-Benz has always done that, but you identified with it.
Correct, because you grew with
It never changed.
Right. But
214-787-1190 is the number. Don't go away. Quick break. We'll be right back.
good morning, Ralph Paul. So what you got your money on this weekend, Ralph, with the football? When y'all going to the car place? Isn't that coming up pretty soon?
Started Wednesday.
Oh, it's already here. You going?
I was planning on going out there today, but I got a dozen buddies out there buying cars, and I'm not buying anything right now. I really, two of the Prowlers that went through the auction went really, really cheap. I was surprised what they went for, and I know my lovely bride would have said she didn't care, but yeah, I was online taking a look, a lot of it, and
so you're not going to take Ralph that refuses to raise his hand?
I was supposed to go with Ralph, but
is he still going to go?
I've had a terrible issue with my back and trying to get in.
Oh.
So I went for the MRI, and I walked in, and here it was a tube, and I said, "I told you open." She said, "Well, both ends are open." I walked out. My wife, you asked my wife, we went to this place that's open till midnight, and they told me it was open MRI, and I got in it, and it started going back and pull me out. She goes, "Just breathe." I said, pull my fat butt
breathe. Well, that's the problem, honey, is I can't breathe inside this thing.
And Melinda's freaking out, and I went, "No." And she goes, "Okay, pull him out."
Well,
I can't do
let
it.
me tell you,
once
I've done it, and it's really hard for me.
Well, see, somebody my size, when I feel that thing's kind of bringing my shoulders up and you feel kind of pinned in there,
like a coffin or worse.
it's not going to happen.
Well, I've been in when the top is like right here.
Yeah.
I've got to keep my eyes closed. Because I know that I'll lose it.
Yeah, I just panic. And so, anyway, it's been a lot of CBD cream and ice.
What part of your back?
My lower back, from when I fractured the vertebrae.
Oh, okay.
And
I
started having pain, almost like sciatica.
Was that when you fell off the ladder?
No, that's when I broke all my ribs. This one I slipped, and we had to scrape the kitchen, and they had all the electrical lines.
I remember one.
Anyway, it's been a lot of pain cream and ice, and the other day was almost years ago. I had sciatica,
right?
And once it hit, you're frozen. You're not going to move. And I told Ralph I didn't want to go out there, and all of a sudden I'm walking along, and because you got to go down, and be at the auction lane in the middle of the floor and call 911.
And he's raising your hand.
And Ralph's like, "Look, he'll be up in just a minute. Everybody chill out."
No, he's not buying. He's praising the Lord.
Yeah, it's been and I figured with the amount of weight that I've lost and I'm losing,
this should have helped.
That I would have, Yeah, but something's wrong.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
get that squared away.
Yeah, get this taken care of, and the imaging place will get everything figured out.
Sure, they need to do one of those where you stand up and it just comes down and you can see like
We're
out.
back in 10 seconds.
Well, they
You
do
can
have
see
the ones,
out,
but
but-
some of them, they say the ones that are enclosed, and there's another one, get the best in-depth pictures. And some of the stand-up MRIs and some of the ones that are open don't get the pictures they
gotcha.
need, the depth.
I guess you're just going to have to suck it up. Roll you a big one before you go.
214-787-1190. And y'all was just talking on break. I have had a really bad back issue recently where it's just continued to expand, not decrease. And I would just tell you this, that your CBD store in Keller, that's your CBD store, Keller.com, offers the best creams and products without taking muscle relaxers and hydrocodone and all the pain pills and all the whatever to make your back feel good. I'm telling you, go to your CBD store, Keller.com. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. Look at their products and then make the phone call and talk to the folks there, Hannah and her brother and Ralph and Carol and Chrissy, because I'm telling you, my nights sleeping were getting worse and worse. And so each night is put the cream on for the immediate. They have a spray and just start getting healthy. And there's a lot of other products that can help you with so many things that's natural. You're not putting pharmaceuticals in your body to mask the problem. They have products that will actually go in and start helping the problem. Go to your CBD store, Keller.com. Let them know you're listening to the Automotive Edge radio show and get yourself a discount. That's your CBD store, Keller.com. Okay. Bo, why don't you talk about what's going to happen here at the 10 o'clock hour?
Okay, so today we are being escorted out at 10 a.m. because of UNT football, and that's University of North Texas in Denton, Texas, the Roaring Eagles.
No, we're not being escorted out. We're flipping over to telling the media what we can do. I mean, it's just...
yeah, okay. So we'll be off radio at 10, but we are on our social media sites continuing. So if you'd like to stay with us and stay tuned in, just go to Facebook, the Automotive Edge Radio Show, or Shifting Gears on Facebook, or you can go to LinkedIn if you do that under Kurt Chase. And then the big mamma jamma is go to YouTube, youtube.com/at the Automotive Edge, or if you're on YouTube, just go to the Automotive Edge Radio Show. The live streams are the same on all the different sites, and stay with us for a lot longer. So
yeah, because we're going to be hanging out. We're not going away. We want to make sure that even though we're flipping from 1190 to live streaming, that you're on board with us, helping you with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, trading, leasing, parts, service, or body shop. We want to put you with the right people doing the right thing in the right direction, and make sure you're being helped out. And it's real simple, one of two ways. You can log on and send us your information, or you can go to theautomotiveedge.com. Right when you click on, you'll see the message link, and all you got to do is send me your name and phone number. That's it. And when I have your name and phone number, I'll give you a call right after the show. And
I promise you, we'll be a lot more exciting than UNT football.
Yep, I'm not going there, but
I said it. I'll stand by it.
Hey, when it comes to your Kia needs, there's not a better place than Classic Kia Carrollton. Family owned and operated makes a huge difference. Log on to ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Look at all the great specials. The $7,500 tax credit that's gone away with electrification did not slow down Classic Kia Carrollton. They are still putting massive discounts to compensate what the American people were paying for in electrification. They're doing it through the manufacturer and the dealership to make sure that if it's electric, you still get it. But they got so much more with your Kia Telluride. The new Sportage is absolutely fantastic. The Kia Carnival, which one of my good buddies who runs a phenomenal steakhouse here in Dallas, called me up, and he called me and said he couldn't be happier the process and the way things went buying his new
Good people.
Kia Carnival for him and his family. So they got them off and running and enjoying it. And it just comes down to people. And that place, ClassicKiaCarrollton.com. Okay. A couple of things real quick. Most of the specials that you hear me talking about are running through Monday because obviously the first day of the month followed on a Saturday. So all the manufacturers and everything will be kicking out their new products and new incentives on Monday. And you got a bunch of new products that are going to be late 2026 releases, but you'll see me posting it if you go to my website. We're doing a lot of ride and drives now at the dealerships, or we're just doing presentation and pictures because, I can only do so much and tell you so much where you actually need to be driving. The feel of the wheel makes the deal, because the number one question that people get so mad that I don't answer the way you want to hear it.
They ask you, what do you prefer?
Yeah, well, the biggest question, obviously, being Texas, is what's the best truck for me to drive?
Oh, of course.
And so here's what I run into a lot. They say, what do you drive? Well, I drive them all.
I've driven them all at least.
I've owned them.
Right.
And I tell everybody they all have their different features. Some of the cabs are bigger. The seating is designed differently.
Well, what you're saying is they're all good. You just got to find the one that works for you.
Yeah, nobody builds a bad pickup truck. Now, you might have had a bad experience in the past. You might have gone, well, we had recalls. Everybody has recalls. I had it in the shop this many times. Well, there's a lot of people that had that truck that didn't have their vehicle in the shop that many times. So nobody builds the perfect truck, but nobody builds a bad truck. But I have people that call me and say, what do you think? Oh, well, never mind. I had one of those. It was a piece of junk. Okay. Well, do you understand? Every year they continue to build them better and better, still with hiccups, still with a few issues, still with a few problems. But they arrive with all manufacturers. Look at all the recalls that are going on right now. Does it make it a bad product? No, it makes it a bad supplier that supplied that product that has faults that they're fixing. I just bought a brand new car and it's got an issue with it, brand spanking new. And then they found out that line that I bought, every one that they drove had that issue. So it's going to be corrected. It doesn't make the car bad. It's just an issue that arises and needs to be taken care of. But when it comes to pickup trucks, what are you going to do with it? Because some of the V6s tow better than the other V6s. Some of the V8s tow better than some of them. There's so many options on these pickup truck where there's two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, an off-road look that's not an off-road, different size of tires and wheels and rims, and there's so much to do. When you and I talk, if you're just looking for a WT, a work truck, or you just looking for something, for me, I'm that Home Depot Lowe's guy. I don't own trailers. I don't have boats. I don't need a camper shell. I just don't. I throw whatever in the back of it and I rock and roll, which is something usually very light. If I can't lift it and put it in the back of the truck, it ain't going in the back of the truck.
But he desires a 350.
Oh, no.
Three-quarter ton.
Three-quarter ton.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I can't do that. But anyway, spend the time driving, because I tell you, when I drove the Chevy High Country, I drove the Lariat, and I drove the Laramie. There was no comparison. You can say, if I was blindfolded and you were taking me from truck to truck, they're completely different rides, and you could not fool me by putting me in. But
that's the good point you're saying, is that whatever that ride was the best for you, even though you didn't know, that's what you should go with.
That's right. Yeah, I'm a visual guy first, and here's the thing: they don't make an ugly truck to me. I think all the trucks out there look.
Thank God for that, right?
Yeah, they're all good-looking trucks. I never thought I would buy a Chevy High Country. I like the Chevy. The Silverado, and then I would customize it. I would buy a standard Ram, which I did, and I customized it. I like putting my own wheels and tires and my own leather in it. With the Ford, I didn't have to buy a Lariat. I bought just a standard F-150, and you put your own leather wherever you're dealing.
Doctor it how you want.
They're so different now in the ride, drive, and handling. But I'm going to tell you, when you get into the Ram Mega Cab, there's nothing that competes the size of the Mega Cab. But do you need all that? And so here's the thing. Have fun test driving. Now, I got some buddies that are brand loyal. It doesn't matter. Now, I know what you're going to say is, then why are you asking a question? If I'm going to give you an answer and you're still going back to Chevy, Ford, or Dodge, what does that matter? But for the average person I got a buddy that's retiring, and he's always driven an SUV, and he goes, I want a pickup truck. Great. And he called me on Thursday. He goes, buddy, I'm more confused than when I started. I love this about this one, and this about this one, and that about this one. I said, well, then what was the best drive, ride, and handling? And he told me, he goes, but it didn't have, this one had. And I said, okay, then here's the thing. Write down your 3 most important factors.
1 minute to commercial.
Are you going to be hauling a boat? No. Are you going to be doing heavy towing? No. What's the most weight you put in the back? Maybe a few hundred pounds. Then it comes down to the way you feel driving the truck. And then all bets off. GVWR and tongue weight and towing capacity and trailer capacity, all that doesn't matter.
Unless
but if
it matters.
does,
yeah, right.
Let's find one that gives you the best specifications
and a good
plus a little bit of leg.
Right.
And then gives you the ride. So there's a lot of factors, and I love looking and shopping at pickup trucks. 214-787-1190. Quick break. We'll be right back.
So my longtime friend, Jim Gibson, asked this question. He says, Bo, have y'all ever talked about golf carts? Which we have. We have a good friend, Kurt's really good friend that owns a golf cart dealership. Gas versus electric. He says, and he's a big golfer. He says, I've heard about lithium battery fires in those golf carts.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're rare. Very rare that you hear about a fire in golf carts. You know, batteries have been around much, much longer is the dominant factor in golf carts. It's not gas. And most of the golf carts in their battery system are tried, true, and proven. I wouldn't go with gas in a golf cart.
No.
No. And they've got these batteries now that are, long distance. And I'd love to have one of them. You wouldn't believe how many people in our neighborhood have.
Oh, they're everywhere. Boy, you talking about my neighborhood. If you ain't got one there, you ain't living.
Yeah. And so for me, I wouldn't mess with the gas. The battery's so much easier to fix and replace and
charge.
Yeah.
Charge it up and go.
Yeah. One of the very few things that I would own that is electric would be a golf cart.
I got to drive the Amish Mafia's Gator yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let me ride it around in town. I was a little nervous about it, but I got it figured out.
Were you driving by yourself?
Yeah. They taught me how to do it, and I took off.
Well,
here we go.
Well, did you get on the road?
Yeah.
Did you get on the highway?
Oh, no, not the Gator. Oh, I was just on our back roads. But that's a fun little vehicle, man.
Yeah.
So those little vehicles like that.
Would you ride one of those slingshots on the highway with 3-wheelers?
Don't think so.
I would.
If I was going to have to ride something, it is a motorcyclist light vehicle, it'd have to be a 3-wheeler. Now, would you want, this is the question, would you want the 2 wheels in the front or the 2 wheels in the back?
Front.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I want? I want the Munster car or the Batmobile, which I did a show a couple years ago with Brian McFarlane out in Plano.
That was there.
And we there. We saw the Munster car.
Been here for 7 years. Yeah.
It's not like you go to every show. Most of them, 90%, 95%.
I have not missed a radio show since I started.
You're so full of baloney. Did you go on vacation?
One time. Once.
You've missed.
I have missed less shows here than
some
you
of
have.
the best shows we ever had. No, I didn't say. I didn't
when
say
I was
that.
gone. The best show ever.
Highest rating.
But yeah, it was out there and got a lot of attention, didn't it? That Batmobile in Plano.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Well, the Munster car,
Oh, that was out there too.
Yeah, that one, and it runs was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, I asked him, and I said, and he actually told me, he goes, "Hey, if you want to drive it, drive it." And I went, I'm not good at that. I mean, if it's mine, fine. If I'm looking at a new car, fine. But when it gets into these classic and special, now I would not turn down the Batmobile.
True.
And you can actually get a Batmobile built for about 130, 170, depending on how much of the stuff you put on it. You know, that's built. They find the old Lincoln Town cars, and that's the frame they use for those.
Well, that's
the Batmobile is huge.
That's a fabulous frame. If you buy one,
you don't realize how big the Batmobile is.
It's huge.
They're
and
massive.
if you get one, then we can start coming to the show as Batman and Robin, and I'll be Robin.
We can do it.
Won't that be fun?
That'd be a blast.
Because I'll show them. Batman and Robin.
214-787-1190 is the number.
We need to tell them real quick what's going to happen here in a few minutes.
Yep, just a second here. I'm going to knock this out. Crest Cadillac, 121 of the tollway. If you missed out on the federal EV tax credit that expired last month, Crest worked diligently with Cadillac and their finance partners to secure a powerful, though extremely limited allocation of credits through their exclusive Cadillac Lease bonus tag program. They're time sensitive. They don't have a lot. Once they're gone, they're gone. Reach out to Mike Bros and his team about these limited lease bonus tags by heading over to Crest Cadillac in Frisco or by contacting the team through their website at crestcadillactx.com. There's 5 or more available on approved credit when financed with Cadillac, plus tax, title, and license, $225 doc fee. It expires the 31st, but all their new incentives will come out, but just get them while they're last. When bonus tags have been exhausted, whichever comes first, see the dealer for details. Live your Crest life at crestcadillactx.com. So here in about 8 minutes, we're going to be live. Go to YouTube /at the Automotive Edge radio show, and you can see us there. You can see us on the LinkedIn. You can see us on the Facebook page. And
the Automotive Edge.
The Automotive Edge. We're going to keep rolling, but the station, the 1190 KFXR, will be interrupted by UNT football, UNT versus Navy. Go Mean Green. And hopefully they can rebound and get back. I'm sure that, they're going to a bowl, no doubt about it, but you'd like to see them finish out with one of their best seasons ever. The place of Mean Joe Green and Doc Severinsen from the Tonight Show.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, you know, one thing I didn't realize is how highly rated they are on the musical side of things.
Oh, huge.
Off the chart.
Oh, no doubt. I mean,
yeah, I got a buddy, one of his friends, he donates, he's donated well over $1 million.
I would say that
that department.
No, the music place there is through the roof, and a lot of talented people want to go there for that reason.
So here's something I want to ask you: are you waiting for better price, lower interest rates, better leasing, or trade-in values? Are you waiting for that? Okay, let me answer your question. If you are, you're going to miss out on some of the best deals. Because the 2026 models, a lot of them, they're increasing their destination fees a lot. And so right now you can get a 2025 where pre-owned market is on fire, because here's what's going to happen. The kids are going to start coming home mid-November to January. They have their winter break, and the used car market is going to go on fire again. And there's not enough trade-ins, and the auction is too high, where the dealers want to buy your trade-in directly from you. So your trade-in is high. 90% of the automotive industry has 0% APR, whether it's 36 all the way up to 72 on certain models. You have a lot of leasing going on with zero down out of pocket or minimal out of pocket, and payments under $250 a month. And the pricing, rebates are back, discounts are back. Everybody is trying, because of the later releasing of the 2026 models. They're trying to clear out the 25s to keep their pipeline full of the 2026 build. So what happens is they sell a vehicle and they register with the manufacturer sold. Bam, another car goes into production. So the faster they do it, especially winding down to the end of the year, and it's not to beat the tax man, it is to beat the interest accrued on the loan from the bank that loaned them money to buy the vehicles from the manufacturer, is what they need to do. So this is, I wouldn't wait till the last month, because when you get to the last month, you're going to see the majority of all the products that are on the property are 26s, and they're not going to be as plentiful as they were before based on the manufacturer, and the money is going up. It's going up. It's not going down. And so you have a great opportunity with so many 2025 models that are out there to make your deal today. If you want to know where the best deals are, go to theautomotiveedge.com. Leave me your name and number, and let's hook you up with the right dealer. Because here's the thing, as I was going around this last week, there are so many addendums. I saw one dealer that was adding an addendum over $5,000 to some of the products out there. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then you have some places that you're putting your car deal together, and then on pre-owned, and then at the bottom, they're adding their reconditioning fees on top of it. So you see a price online, then you get there and they go, oh, by the way, and they say, what is this? Well, that's our reconditioning fees. So you're online looking at a $24,000 vehicle. You go to sign up, and now you're $27,500, $3,500 higher, because we want to get around all that. Because you looked at it, wow, this price point is perfect. It's better than anybody in town. You go flying out there and then find out they didn't put in the reconditioning fees. We want to get around all that. And it's happened several times where I've told them, get up and walk out. Walk out. If they're not going to give you, especially online, you have a $3,500 discrepancy. That's not the place to buy the vehicle. That's not the place to buy it. So we're going to get you the true price up front. So when you get there, nothing changes. Maybe your mind does on a different color or whatever the case may be, but the price will not change going through theautomotiveedge.com. Your name and number, if you want to leave a dissertation, that's fine. Otherwise, I'd rather have a pad and paper in front of me writing down all the information. So when you get there, A is A and B, and everything is exact. The place, theautomotiveedge.com. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter, and then on all our videos, when you go through them, be sure to tell us what you like, you don't like, or maybe a product that you would like to see, and we'll do the test drive for you and get that posted on the website. Big Wheels?
Yes. Everybody be safe out there. Now, just remember now, we're continuing the show here on the Automotive Edge Facebook page, Shifting Gears Facebook page, LinkedIn under Kurt Chase, and YouTube on the Automotive Edge Radio Show YouTube page. So don't leave us. We'll be out on radio, but we'll be continuing with the show, talking about more good stuff. So you can make a comment. You can do that with us here. If you have a question or a comment, make it on the broadcast, and we'll answer it.
No doubt about it. Remember, turn off those electronics, get reconnected. Tell that person you love them. Have a great Saturday, but follow us here on our live feeds. Don't go away. And have a great week, and we'll be back next Saturday live on the Automotive Edge Radio Show on 1190 KFXR, as well as all of our feeds. Always, always, always get us involved at theautomotiveedge.com. Have a big weekend.
Okay, and thanks everybody for staying with us here on our live feed. We are exiting radio, going to the UNT.
Now, we can just still hit the disconnect here, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Go ahead.
And we're still here with the feed to you, each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. We got a lot of good followers tuned in here today. Mark McCormick's saying hi to Charlie, not even to us.
Hello, Charlie. My brother from another, locked and loaded, Mark McCormick.
Yes, sir. And I like that.
Mark, are you still over there running the hotel there in Grapevine? I got to go over and see him about a year or so ago.
Was he like,
and say hello.
Like a security there?
No, he's manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Large and in charge.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Well, we're here now, and we can continue talking about vehicles, or we can talk whatever you want to talk about. We just left the radio that's going to the UNT Navy football game, but we're continuing with our feed here with all your automotive needs, whether you're buying, selling, leasing parts, service, body work, tires, wheels, whatever.
Well, you know what's amazing is how many people this week and last week are still going, I hear what you're saying, but I still think I'm going to get my best deal the last week of the month. And I'm going, let me just tell you what.
You mean the last week of the year?
Well, last month, last week of the last month, I'm going, let me just tell you, you're going to be unpleasantly surprised by what you may find and what may not be available.
Meaning you might have wished you'd have bought today.
And then you go, well, I wanted the blue one, but now I got to buy the white one. I really wanted one all in black.
Good
and the
point.
only one they got is red.
There you go.
And they're not going to make that deal on 26 because the manufacturers have not incentivized them to do so. And that's what I can't tell you. And let me tell you, production is not going to be anywhere near the capacity coming into December through January and February. You got to realize there's manufacturers that are getting rid of, getting all their electric supply out that they have, and then retooling, redying, and setting things up to go hybrid and ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine, gas vehicles. So if I were you and you're in the market for one of those vehicles, there's no need to wait. I just told you that the prices haven't gotten any better. When you're looking at, let's go with here at Grapevine Dodge, $18,000 off MSRP today on a 2025 Laramie 1500, $18,000 off. You're not going to see that on the new ones. $15,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie. You're not going to continue to $10,000 off the Jeep. See, as this inventory depletes and the new 2026s arrive, these incentives are not going to be there. You're going to have to wait until another full cycle, depending on supply and demand, what's going to be available. It's like, you're going to have a better chance going to Vegas and trying to win on a craps table than waiting the very last week of the month. And I know a lot of people still make the same comment that, the tax man cometh. No, he does not in the auto industry. Interest cometh every 30, 45 days or however they have their floor plan set up, because the dealer gets all their vehicles in. There's a bank that carries the note because they're paid for it, the manufacturer. That's when they ship the car with the MSO, the title, to the dealer. And then they have so many days to get rid of that vehicle before the interest starts kicking in. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So forget the tax guy. The taxes are paid when the vehicle's sold. It's not like January 1, they just say, okay, you owe taxes on everything. That's just not true. But I know forever and ever and ever, I remember when old Buzz Post was in business and a bunch of the old car guys, and they'd get out there and hoot and holler and tell you this, and some of them were the king. Joe Tighe at Westway Ford, I worked for him, and we're going, hey, do this end of the year, end of the. Well, it's different. And I always tell people, take advantage of saving the dealer a bunch of floor plan expense and buy you one. But what I'm seeing right now with all of these discounts, Jeep Compass, 15% off MSRP. Think about that. There's not 15% markup in it. That's why I'm telling you folks, 20% off MSRP on a Jeep Wrangler. And just go to the Grapevine Dodge website and take a look. $11,000 off a Jeep Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer Series 2, four-wheel drive. I can't say it enough. And a bunch of people say, oh, you just want your dealers to prosper. You just want to do business now. I'm telling you, I don't have a dog. I'm not a buyer. Well, I'm a buyer, kind of. Kind of.
Oh, boy, that is a mouthful right
but
there.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of people that bought vehicles during COVID that have a lot of negative equity. And this is a great time to absorb it and get a brand new vehicle and have daylight at the end of the tunnel. The average person that had negative equity in the month of September was $8,000 with no money down. So if you have a dealership that's giving you 18,000 off MSRP, which are doing on the Laramie here at Grapevine Dodge today, you can absorb that because it still books out value to the bank. Because you still, when you have that massive of a discount, and even with negative equity, you're not rolling off the lot going, well, I just added $8,000 retail, $18,000 discount. You still have $10,000 difference between your negative equity and the vehicle, and it still works in the portfolio of the bank. Plus, you're going to have your tax savings on your trade-in at 6.25%. So I wouldn't be waiting. I'm just telling you, this is a different time. I've never seen discounts like this. And come Monday, we have no idea what they're going to look like, but I would just tell you that they're not going to be 16,000 off, 18,000 off, 25%. Unbelievable. I mean, there's some manufacturers that are giving, when you see $18,000 off, this is a third of the price of the vehicle. $16,000 off, that's almost a third of the price of the pickups. How long can they do that? Not very long at all, because they're not money makers. They want inventory gone, new inventory coming in, and you're going to see a big swing after the first of the year. But right now, you got good selection, good colors, good variety. It's like walking in the grocery store on Monday morning when they're fully stocked and they got all the nice, clean, fresh. That's what you have right now. But it will be depleted sooner than later. And the big thing is for everybody that is emailing me that has negative equity, this is one of the best times ever to get rid of negative equity, depending on what you want to drive. Go to theautomotiveedge.com. That's theautomotiveedge.com. Send me an email and let's hook you up, because the stories are pretty tough out there with negative equity.
And since you're tuned into our live feed, if you see that QR code above my head, that is, you take a picture of that and it just takes you right to the website. So you don't have to, dial it all in or www. or blah, blah, blah. Just take a picture of it and it'll take you right to the website.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Yep. Another one of those great cars is the Volvo cars, Crest Volvo, located at 121 in Frisco. Through the end of the month, which today is going to be their last day of the month, the sign and drive with the new Volvo SUV lease. They have the sign and drive right now for qualifying XC40, B5, XC60, E30, EX40, EX90. Plus, there's still a low option financing 1.99, which we've never seen on the Volvos. 5 or more available on approved credit through Volvo Card Financial Services, plus TTNL and a $225 doc fee. See dealer for complete details, and they have over 300 new Volvos to test drive. We were just out there recently, and Volvo isn't like driving any other car. Come out to Crest, pick the one that's right for you, and leave the rest of them and live your Crest life, and start at CrestVolvoCars.com. That's CrestVolvoCars.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kurt just moved his head. I saw you generated it.
Yes. He was asking about the logo in the right-hand corner.
What's that?
The Automotive Edge in the right-hand corner above your head.
The Automotive Edge logo.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
right
QR code?
No, right there. Right above your head, right there.
That's not the Automotive Edge.
You don't see that?
No.
Right there. The Automotive Edge.
Oh, gotcha.
And then the logo, then the QR code is the website. Just take a picture of that.
Well, how'd you do that, Bo?
I'm good.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
That's the only reason you keep me.
I hear you. So, if you had a blank check, what kind of car do you think you'd pick out right now?
I would go with the truck.
Really?
Yeah, I do miss the truck.
Mid-size truck or full size?
Full size.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Half ton, 3/4 ton?
Just half ton.
Yeah? Huh.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Would you be out test driving all of them to figure it out?
Oh, not all of them, probably. I'm kind of a Ram guy.
Yeah?
That's probably what I would, and
they have one of the coolest front ends. I mean,
they're
you
just
look at the
nice
front end on it,
vehicles.
that's just a good looking rig.
Well, they look sturdy. They look, like they got meat on the bone.
Yeah.
And I've never had a problem.
I'd like a 3/4 ton. Doesn't even look like a 3/4 ton. It just looks like a bad to the bone truck.
Yeah, I do. I've had very good success with Ford trucks. I like the way they look. Those probably and I've never had a Toyota, but I would highly consider that. And I know Ralph said a while ago he loves his Tundra.
He does.
So I would probably put those three in my driving category to test.
And his vehicle has so much stuff on it, he didn't even know how to operate some of it.
Well, they all do to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what truck or
He
vehicle.
had to get Amber over there at Freeman Toyota to go, hey, Ralph, let's get y'all hooked up here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else he could have put on that truck.
But yeah, truck. Now we say all the money in the world. I mean, you're talking about something that I'm thinking more normal. Like somebody's buying me a vehicle that's in a range of under 100,000, not a million.
And you know what swayed him on that truck?
The tires.
Tires.
Because he didn't like the truck. He didn't. Did he get the same truck with just the different tires?
Yeah. So he drove one. He goes, man, I just don't like it. The feel, this, that, and the other. I swear you're not riding it with all season. And he was one of many. I have a lot of friends that when they get into when you get into a Jeep or you get into your SUV line and or you get into the Toyota line or you go TRD, you go off-road, you go the Pro Series, whatever the case may be. I said, there's such a big difference in tires. And, Ralph's like all of them, are you sure about that? And so I told Amber, I said, hey, pull up that red one right there. It's got the
different tires.
Toyota all-season tires on it. And he drove and he goes, wow, makes all the difference, especially in the road noise and the feel when you're hitting the different bumps or whatever on the road. An all-season tire.
Did he buy that particular truck with the tires, or did he buy the different truck that had changed?
They had a red one just like he has with the all-season tires on.
All right, well, there you go.
That's the way to go. Because Ralph's not going to, he's not going to be hauling a boat or big trailers or anything. He wants the ride, and the tires make all the difference in the world. In fact, I had a buddy, he loved this SUV. And he goes, man, them tires are killing me. He said, that road noise. I'm like, well, they don't offer it in anything, but here's the thing. Go trade those tires in. Go over to Driver's Edge and tell them what tires you want on it. And so we got online. I said, here's the thing. If you put your VIN and the make and model on the right tires for me, however you want to Google it, it's going to give you so many choices. It's horrible. What you want to do is get as close to the manufacturer tire in an all season. And he put a set of all season tires on his vehicle and he called me and goes, man, I am in heaven. So we got the exact vehicle that he wanted, the exact color, and the only thing he had to do was flip out the tires. And it's expensive. I would just tell you that if the dealers don't have the tires to match how you want to drive, obviously, an average good tire is about $250. And then depending on how much larger you want to go, it's going to, fluctuate. But everything that I drive is an all season tire. I don't care what it is.
Well, you're not off road very much, are you?
No, that Silver Gladiator out there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing is unbelievable. But I would have to find a big tire that is an all season, with raised white letters, which I'm a raised white letter guy.
Oh, sure.
I think raised white letters make the vehicle.
It's on a truck.
Yeah,
on a
trucks
truck,
and Jeeps and off-road, you got to go raised white letter. I got a buddy, he still to this day has this marker, and I don't know what the product is on it, and he gets done cleaning his vehicle, and he greases up his tires, and he goes over each one of them letters. I mean, his car is immaculate.
With the white, you mean?
Yep. And then I remember when he was younger, he always had go-karts. Him and his dad built go-karts, and they would take and chalk those letters in and make sure they were nice and white.
Boy, that's really paying attention to detail, isn't it? And then get out and get in the mud 2 seconds later.
And I did that when I had my Rebel X earlier in the year. I kept them raised white letters because you'd wash it, and then you would put the spray on it, and it would drip.
Sure.
And I'd go around and clean each one of the letters. It was... but I'm that way. I just think it makes that vehicle. When you look at it, you can see that it's a Transforce AT2. I mean, it's just Firestone.
Firestone.
And Firestone's always been, really big with the raised white letter.
Sure.
Every Challenger I had,
Goodyear's been pretty good about that too.
Yeah, you see a lot on their race cars. You don't see a lot of Goodyear raised white letters on the vehicles.
I got you.
But Firestone's been really, really big. So anyway,
tires makes the big difference. And I know that Kurt always says that's the number one thing you need to take care of too. Once you have a vehicle, to make sure they stay aired up right, they stay out of round, you rotate them he does every oil change, but at least maybe every other. Tires is probably one of the most important things besides the oil change.
Yep.
Those two are the top dogs of keeping that vehicle in a good shape.
And the brand has a lot to do with it. When you're looking at these pickup trucks and these Jeeps, there's some of them that have the really big tires on it that are not that bad on the highway.
Well, look at this Jeep right here. I mean, those tires are like huge.
Oh, no doubt about it.
But that's for off-road. I mean, they got to have those kind of wheels and tires, I guess, to get you out of the mud when you're in.
And here's the cool thing over here at Grapevine Dodge 121 and William D. Tate is that they have products here that you get to play around with. If you want to change out the tires, change out the wheels, put the lighting systems on it, man, there's so many things you can do to pick up trucks and Jeeps. They have more accessories for their product line than just about any other product out there.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
If you bought a vehicle, a truck, let's say,
uh-huh,
and you had the option to get the options they have for that, or would you rather go independently and pick out what you want somewhere else?
Don't get the question.
The add-ons, all the different things you could do. But if that dealership has those things for you to put on, would you say, no, I'd rather go to an independent place and have it done?
No, I would actually have it done at the dealer, and you're going to pay a little bit more. Now, I know buddies at home that own custom shops that do all of it, lift kits, wheels.
And they're good.
Yeah, and I've known them for 40 years. They're still in business, still doing what they do. Now, leather, obviously, I'm going to get done outside.
Well, they don't do custom leather.
Yeah,
though.
But other than that, they can buy the kits and wrap them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But the only thing that I would do outside is leather. For me, I want accountability. Now, the thing is, you're not going to find a lot of dealers. In fact, I don't know too many that are going to do the lift kits. Most of the lift kit tires and wheels, they contract out.
Okay.
But
they're still responsible.
That's right.
That's the big difference.
There is
they'll be held accountable, right?
So I was just over at El Dorado Chevrolet, and they took 10 vehicles and they sent them out. Every one of them, the Z71, and they put the 3-inch lift with the bigger wheels and tires on it. And so I went over there. Here's this burgundy one, and they're going. I had to drive it. And I got on the highway, and so I told Michael, I said, there's no way I would buy this truck because of the road noise.
Well, you're going to
guess what? Yeah. It had none.
Oh, wow.
Where you get.
So before you drove it, you said, I wouldn't drive it because it's going to have a lot of road noise.
I just want to,
Then you realize it didn't?
And then, think about it. Some trucks you can hear coming down the street. And you hear that. Woo, 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 woo,
oh, yeah.
And it's because of those big tires that they have on it. And it doesn't work for me. For me, here again, I don't need the notoriety that Kurt's here. Wow, we can hear him pulling up. I don't care about all that. I enjoyed the luxury ride and handling. The other stuff is not important to me, but I've always wanted a lifted truck. Always.
Yeah, they're cool.
And so if you have that company, if you have that person that's going to do the lifted truck for you and you're confident, like a buddy of mine, he's been in business forever. I would have no problem going over if I wasn't affiliated in the way I am, going, hey, give me a 3-inch lift. I want the bigger, the tires. Here's the ones I selected. I would have no issue because I know he's going to be around in his family for a long, long time.
I get that and I understand that. But I guess one of the things that for me is that if you have some little problem and you go to that guy and he goes, well, no, it's something with the manufacturer. So then you go to the dealer and go like, well, they said it was the manufacturer. No, it's what happened when you put this on
Right.
at that guy's place.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's not. It's the dealer. The dealer needs to deal with it because it's a manufacturer. Then you go back, and I just don't want. I wouldn't want that ping pong.
Yeah.
I'd rather just say take it to the dealer, have it done. Say, look, I don't care if it's a manufacturer or where y'all took it to get done. Y'all handle it.
Yep.
And I would just have a lot more peace about that.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is that, and I heard this just the other day, is that we were at a dealership and a buddy of mine was looking at a vehicle, and I knew he was going to jazz it up. He was going to spend about $15,000, but he already knew who was going to do the work.
Right.
And so he's talking to the salesperson. The salesperson says, well, you understand that if you do all that, you void the factory warranty. And I went,
that's garbage.
wait a minute here. You would void whatever warranty pertains to something that was not done right on the vehicle.
Correct.
Just because you put a lift kit doesn't mean you voided the suspension warranty on the vehicle.
Yeah.
It doesn't work there. Or the electronic warranty went. That is just not true.
Not unless they screwed it up themselves.
Yeah, it's based on if you did work. I had a buddy. He put a stereo system in, and there was some electronic problems. He went to the dealer, and the dealer goes, this thing was not wired right. This is what happened. That's what happened. And he put it in writing, and he went back to the other place and look, they went through it, and it's because of the way this was wired in that we don't have the proper connectivity. And so they couldn't fix it, and they gave him his money back. He went to the dealer, got everything done, boom, back.
But you just rested my case of having to go back and forth.
Yep. So it all depends on
how you want to handle it.
And remember when you back up about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, remember all you heard on the radio was car toys.
Oh yeah. I mean, commercials on TV.
I would have loved to have their expenditures on advertising, and everybody was going to car toys. And before that, it was called something Car and Audio, and he was king of the cell phones, and he was up there on Preston Road.
I remember that guy.
My gosh, everybody was getting their stereo.
He made $1 billion back when you were having to pay $5 a minute for a phone. And all that. It was crazy.
He was king of the cell phone deals and audio. I can't remember his name, but I met him personally. What do you call the ringmaster? He was the ringmaster.
Did you ever get one of those big ones or the first ones kind of?
Buddy, I had a purse phone. I had a brick. I had the brick phone.
Big suckers,
and it was so expensive. I used to drive around and hold it on my ear like I was really on the phone. I couldn't afford it. I mean, it was so expensive. 50 cents a minute or something. Whatever. It was nuts. But anyway, it be very, very careful, because I had a bunch of buddies who went to car toys. They were going, hang on, I can get all this done, because everybody back then, they wanted to be thumping. They wanted those windows vibrating with their sound system. But that company, one thing is they had great employees, they had great pricing, and they had great warranties that went with it. And
good products.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when the Pioneer Super Tuner 2 was the cat's meow.
Wow. Man, you're talking about going back and wanting to fix your car up. The number one thing you did back in the day is you wanted
it had a little Bumblebee or something on the stereo.
Hot rod stereo, man. I remember going and letting them jack up my car on the inside with woofers and tweeters and power and EQ and dude, everything. Right underneath the dash.
Yeah, then they started putting those big bars behind the far back seat, and then you turn it, you go sterile with some of them stereo systems they had in there. But it was the deal.
Sure was.
Everybody wanted to be. My buddy goes, "Yeah, my son, he's thumping." I'm like, "Who's he thumping?" Kurt, come on, get with the times. I went, "Who is?" I figure something. He's walking around thumping people.
I want to get out and choke those people. It's got those subs going so low that it just rattles. You can't even hear the note. It's just.
Can you imagine what it sounds inside there? It's not good. They just want attention.
Well, they're getting it. That ain't good attention, but they're getting the attention. But that just drives me nuts, dude.
I get asked a lot when you see these car shows that they jazz up all these cars. Would you do that? Well, A, I don't have the money to, but B is,
what's the purpose?
What is the one? Well, I got to tell you, I got a couple buddies that, what is the name of that, the big place that does Shaquille O'Neal and all those guys go to, He's got his own show. These guys are the best of the best. I mean, you just think everything that they build for Shaq, they have to cut the frame, expand it, move stuff around.
No doubt.
And he's out there in California. I can't think of his name, but this guy is as good as it gets. You look at Count's Customs.
That's true.
In Las Vegas. I got a buddy. He took his car out there, and he said, it was funny. He goes, you can do, I want all this done, but I don't want your little fancy Count's Custom on the trunk. He goes, and don't leave it here. We're going to have some kind of insignia somewhere on this car. And he goes, whether it's on the hood or the back. And I guess Danny, the guy that is Count, has that kind of business, but he went ahead and let him do it. And I saw that car, and it was a mock Mustang. And when it was done, it was as freaking cool as anything I've ever seen. But those guys have the money, been in business long enough, they're going to stand behind what they did. And but here's the kicker, though. You never see, other than Shaq and a few of them, but I've never seen on some of these shows where they take a brand spanking new
and rip it up
and turn somebody loose. Now, I have seen a lot of the 350s where they've added the two extra doors. The two extra doors where they have 6 doors instead of 2 or 4. Totally different thing. But when it comes down to it, just be careful who you're using. And here at Grapevine Dodge, when you take a look at their trucks and Jeeps and Gladiators, they've got everything you could want to put on it.
Yep.
And the thing about it is you have accountability. If there's an electrical problem, there's an alignment problem, if there's a suspension problem, once they've done it, you pull up to the dealership, get you a loaner car, and let them fix it. And these other places, most of them don't have loaner cars, and you just get in line, and if they have a bunch of projects going, you're going to wait for it. So that's the plus and minus. Is it worth the additional money? Depending on how much. For me, 100%.
And what you're getting.
Yeah, because I'd love a lifted pickup truck. I would. I'd love to be able to pick out, some big, the right rims and the right tires, and there's some such good-looking American steel
wheels,
cast aluminum here in the United States that I'd have no problem putting on the vehicle.
And then they'll be stamped made in Korea.
Kind of like my glasses, I
was a funny one with the glasses. He bought glasses that's made in the U.S. of A.
Yeah, well, hang on a second. The display said made in the USA, and so I bought them. And I'm not going to show who the company is. That would not be fair.
No.
But anyway, I got my new glasses, and
beautiful glasses. They look great. Beautiful.
Things are good.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
And they're really close to the ones I had before, except these little brown things on the side, little design. But then I looked at it and I went, so here's the code and here's the model. That's correct. And then I flipped to the other side and it said, made in Vietnam. And I went, hang on a minute. I thought I got the American made. And you know what their deal was? It was only the lenses.
Oh, crap.
I went, wow.
Well, why didn't I say that?
Yeah. Take this display down.
Crazy.
So anyway,
there's a lot of that.
When I was running dealerships and you put there were so many of the foreign wheels, we couldn't put enough weights and balance. Oh, it was terrible. And everything that we got, the forged, and then there was a lot of companies that came out. I'm trying to think of that big wheel that a lot of the people went to. Has the big star on it. On the center caps, there's a name for that brand. I can't think of what it is. And man, people went nuts on like not Rockstar, but whatever it was. And it still today is a big deal, but it's a good American made metal that these things are absolutely incredible. So when you're doing accessories and you're out pricing and you find people that are half of what a dealer is, buyer beware. When it's half, I did compare a lift kit and a set of tires. The difference was $1,700. But what is that peace of mind between the dealership and...
Is it called Rockstar?
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Those wheels are so bad.
There it is right there.
Yeah. They're bad to the bone.
They got this big star right in the middle.
Yep. Them are the bomb.
There you go.
I'm going with the dealer because that $1,700 could turn possibly. I don't want to talk bad about any company out there because there's great companies doing aftermarket. Just be careful what you're doing.
Ronnie Swain says Uncle Ho made his frames. Yeah, because he was in Vietnam, so he probably actually has real.
Hey, when are we going back out to Aledo?
I'm sure he's asked me that all the time. I tell him, well, trying to.
So how long are you out of town?
I'll be back Monday afternoon late, but I'll be back all next week.
A bunch of them barbecue places aren't open up on Mondays.
Well, that's fine because, I won't be able to go Monday anyway.
Yeah. I'd like to go to the barbecue place. It's got a lot of notoriety.
Well, Ronnie wants to know. He's been asking me all the time.
All right. No, we just need to book it.
Well,
Ronnie, we just need to book. And if he don't want to come, I'll drive down there.
I'll go. When have I ever missed? Huh?
Well, I'm not saying
I
you
enjoy
ever missed,
going.
but
Enjoy going out there visiting my buddy Ronnie.
Yep. I want to thank everybody for hanging out and joining us. Remember, if you have a friend, family member, neighbor looking for an automobile, always tell them to go to theautomotiveedge.com and shoot me a message. I want to let everybody know that I did have to go back into my spam and trash or whatever it is and find a lot of emails.
That's so frustrating.
I
get crap that seems to leak through that on my on my regular inbox.
Yeah.
But then have to go look to make sure there's nothing that it's not a very good system.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, what I'm finding in the spam is there's a lot of stuff in there from people that have been sending me regular emails.
I think they should get rid of that spam crap and just let everything come through the inbox and let me delete it.
Yep.
That way you see it, you say it's crap, you make your own decision on it instead of them making the decision. Because I don't go there to look for stuff unless I know somebody's sending me something, and I know they're sending me something, and I don't see it in my regular inbox, then I'll go look.
Yep.
But if it's just normal stuff, I don't go look.
Yesterday I got 80 emails from one of our favorite bistros.
Oh, yeah? 80?
80.
Wow, they sending you 80.
I don't know. I looked on it, was like, it took me it seemed like forever.
Well, that's automatic feeds. If somebody sets something up in an automatic thing where it just pops
I just looked at it, and then that name was, and I scrolled down, it's going and going and going. So you have 80 new messages. And I went, for one special, their chicken piccata, whatever it was. I was like, well, can it be that good?
Well, if they got to send out 80 messages, you might want to put a
I know if I got it, everybody that gave them their email got it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they got your email, everybody else has got it.
Yeah, one thing that I want to talk about is one of the emails and questions, and share this. When you get a price on the internet, be sure to read the whole internet. Read the fine print. Even if I got a buddy, I don't know, about 70 years old. He's got a magnifying glass, and he always goes up and says, there's the gotcha. Be sure to go and read when you're at a dealership, and you read plus any additional dealer installed options. And they either have it or don't. If they don't, the price is the price. If they do, obviously there's dealer installed options. And several of the big things that they're putting on the vehicles now is a lot of the manufacturers are not putting floor mats standard. They are putting floor mats on them, all weather mats, wheel locks, and window tint. Those are the three big things that people want anyway. They don't want their tires getting stolen. They want window tint, and they want floor mats. And I would just tell you, floor mats have gotten very expensive, and a lot of consumers, you get a really, really good price, and then you go, just throw them in. And they are expensive. And so if you're getting a really good deal, a lot of dealers aren't just going to throw them in. And so same thing with your spare tire and jack.
Yeah.
Is make sure, because I can't help you. You wouldn't believe how many people will call me and go, hey, Kurt, I bought a vehicle. You're not going to believe this. What? It doesn't have a spare tire or jack.
Most of them don't have it anymore.
And when they get upset, when I say, well, what do you want me to do? And they get upset with me. I'm like, I'm not going to buy you a spare and a jack. Well, I'm going to call the dealer. That's a safety issue. Well,
try that one.
At the time of delivery, everybody should say, does this have a spare and jack? And I wonder why people don't take time to learn how to change a tire. I guess everybody relies on AAA or roadside assistance. Or
Well, it's really a lot safer if you can have them come out and they've got all the tools to really get it done pretty quick. They do that. That's their job.
but you know what's amazing? I got online and looked at average time. Now, I don't know how much of this is true, but you can Google anything. But they said the average time for someone to show is about 3 hours.
I've never had that experience.
That's a long time.
The last time I called AAA to come out, they were out within 30 minutes.
Well,
I was in town. I was out by the Alliance Airport and came out. Great opportunity. I mean, I didn't have to do squat. They did it all, and quick, fast, friendly, good little conversation, and they were there within 30 minutes.
Well, I had a luxury car, and I called them. They said and I was at the American Airlines Center, and the tailgate didn't close all the way. We're in there for a game, and overtime, all the lights were on, drained the battery.
Oh, wow.
And we got out there, and I called them, and they said, well, it's going to be several hours. And you know what's amazing is I hooked up the cables, and I'm standing there, and my son Little is saying, can somebody give me? And that garage emptied out except for one military guy home on leave that stopped and popped his hood.
And that's why we talked about it last week. Take care of that yourself. Get you that portable battery charger. It works fantastic. You won't have to haul anybody out or wait. If that one guy left, you'd have been screwed.
Yep.
But they're affordable. It's worth having that in your trunk. And you have to keep it charged, and usually it stays a long time unless you use it. But you take that little thing it's about the size of a notebook, and you got the clips with the red and the black. You put it on there, fire that thing up, and your car will start. I don't care what it is, from a little one to a pickup. You will get fired up, and that is a safety issue to me.
Yep, 100%. We talked about that last week, and a lot of people, I got a bunch of thank yous going, we didn't even think about that. And let me tell you, this stuff's not expensive.
No.
To put one of these charging systems where you just plug it in, you don't even need to be connected to anybody or to have jumper cables in.
And I'm not even talking about the ones that plug into a cigarette lighter. They are self-contained. They're a little box, and you got
to keep them charged as well.
But they don't run down too bad. Just every so often, check it, make sure. If you're going on a trip or you're going to you haven't checked it in a while, just make sure it's
like anything else. I always tell people, take a hammer and hit your spare. Make sure there's air in it.
Right.
Nothing worse than getting out to change your spare and it got no air.
Well, the other thing is to have that portable air pressure. We call it
pump. Air pump.
And they're so great. They're not that expensive. And if you have that in your vehicle and you do have a flat and all of a sudden your spare is kind of weak or not much, air that sucker up. You got it. It's portable. It's battery operated. You don't even have to plug it into your vehicle. Those two items are essential, and I have those. I carry that right now in that car that I drove. You can walk out there and find both of those items in there. I have a spare that I bought separate, and I also have one of those really nice jacks, those kind that have the 4 wheels on them, running underneath there and pump it up. I don't even care about those little jacks. I bought a really nice jack for that thing. So these are the things that you can protect yourself from so that you don't have to rely on anybody else to get what needs to be done.
You know what? I ask people when you take delivery, if you're here at Grapevine Dodge and you buy a new pickup truck, wherever the case may be, do you take time for them to demonstrate how to get the spare down? Where is the jack?
Like a truck. Sometimes they got a special tool that you have to take and roll it down to get that to come down from the bottom.
Yeah, make all of that part of your delivery process. A lot of people, that they open up their manual or they panic or they, whatever the case may be. The delivery process is just that. And one of the big thing is knowing where your fluids is, where they're located.
Some of them now you can't, like the transmission fluid, that's...
Yeah, most cars is now sealed, only done by the... You
got to get underneath, and they got to do it there. But oil, for sure, is always a place to check.
Radiator when it's cold.
All right.
Not when it's hot. When you pull over, you never want to touch your radiator cap.
Not unless
People
you-
think you can just pour a little water on it and cool it down. Even though the cap may feel cool, you still got boiling water underneath that cap. You got
But-
a lot of pressure.
how many times, if you take a big towel or a big something, put it over it, barely release it, you can do that. So it'll kind of let the steam out, and it kind of helps.
After
cool
a
it.
while, though, there's so much pressure you could barely turn
Yeah.
and burn yourself.
Oh, it will. But hopefully, people don't have those issues. But it's good to have, like you said, water in the back to
Yep.
get you just down the road so you can get that taken care of instead of just be stuck there.
Yeah, be familiar because nobody wants to be broke down somewhere and you're opening up in a owner's manual trying to figure it out.
And we've talked so too about knowing where you want to go if you're broke down to take your vehicle to get repaired, and more importantly, where you want to take your vehicle to get fixed if you had a wreck.
Well, my dear friend Susan Fackler, I keep one in my car and portable battery charger. There you go.
Thank you, Susan. That's a great, great, great thing to do. Beautiful, because I'm telling you, nowadays, safety is a big concern for me, and I do not want it depend as little on someone as I have to.
One thing is I would love to see in the world is where people don't mind stopping to help people.
It's just people don't want to do it anymore, and I don't blame them.
I love the guy that goes around and he creates all these situations, and he literally fired off the alarm on this car. And he's got a mask on like he's stealing the car, breaking into it, and everybody just walked by. Unbelievable.
I don't know.
So, and then he did one video where he pulls up and he purposely broke the window on his own car to demonstrate, and people were just standing there
with their phones recording.
Someone wouldn't even record. You know what they said?
What?
He comes down and he says, "Why didn't you do it?" Well, we didn't want them to see our license plate or look at us and figure, they're going to come back and get us. I went, really? And so society has changed so much. They said the number one thing people ignore is alarms on cars going off.
Oh, sure. Who cares? I don't care. Now, if it's close and I might look in, make sure it's not a kid or something, I still ain't going to do nothing. You'll go. If it's not something that's a real.
What do you think the number one thing they stop for now when they're passing a vehicle?
When they're passing a vehicle?
They're walking by a vehicle. What's the number one thing that stops them?
I don't know.
A pet or a kid left in there.
Oh, sure.
That's it.
You. Yeah, I got you.
Unbelievable. And so I just remember the day where people really stopped and really cared about people. And now,
well, it's not that they don't care about people. It's just that we just don't have something has changed.
Well, I guess I should say they're
society.
scared to stop and care.
It's just a big change in our society. There's just a lot more scammers, a lot more people out there to want to do harm to you, to rob you, to take from you. And I guess it's due to the overpopulation or an area that could be overpopulated.
Well, I got a buddy that's a constable, and they beat him up and robbed him. A constable.
Well, I rest my case.
I'm going.
I mean, and he's probably carries a weapon and everything else.
Yeah.
And so do I. So that's the thing, is that I do feel a little safer out there, but I still have to watch my surroundings because they can sneak up on you pretty quick. Gas stations are a problem. You leave that passenger door, leave your doors locked. Don't walk away with your car running and your door open. They'll jump right in and go.
That's right.
And it's a different time. People are a lot more aggressive about their criminal activity than what I've ever grew up with.
Pretty brazen.
Very brazen. And
No
they
doubt
just
about
don't care. And if they don't care, you better care because
That's
they
right.
don't.
Remember, if you have an automotive need, friends, family, significant others, go to theautomotiveedge.com. And one thing that I want to make sure you know is that when you get to the website and you don't see Volkswagen or Lexus or BMW, it doesn't mean we can't help. I had a buddy the other day that wanted to get this BMW for his wife, and he called me and goes, "Look, I just got a question, because I know you don't have a sponsor, but I went, time out. I got a buddy that owns a BMW store." "Really?" "Yeah, what do you need?" "I have a friend that says, well, I see you don't have a Lexus." "Let me just tell you, I got the best Lexus guy around. Let me get you with Easy Williamson over at Park. There's nobody that I don't have a connection with. One guy with a McLaren. Hey, I know the number one McLaren salesman around. So it doesn't matter if you get online and you see
a
product or you're looking to get something, right, and we don't have that on the website, that you got to go out there and wing it yourself.
And we got a great connection to golf carts.
Yeah.
So it's not on the website, but if you need a golf cart, I guarantee you we know where to send you. So, pretty much.
You know what? I had a guy call me and he says, "Hey, I need 2 Kubota tractors."
There you go.
And I went, "Call you back." I made 2 phone calls. I had a buddy out in, I forgot what part of town it was, out in East Texas, was a Kubota distributor. And I said, "Hey," and he goes, "What if I'd have called you?" I said, I'd have just started making phone calls. That's what's great is, you know what? I have a great network, and I always tell people, they say, "Well, I go networking." I'm like, "Well, how's your networking?"
Well, after being, first of all, I guess 39 years in the automobile business and 21 years on radio, going on 22?
22 in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so 22 years on the radio. You do create a little bit of a network that ventures past 4 wheels on a car.
Well, you talk to people. I have friends that own properties, and this guy's got like 250 acres. And I said, "Hey, what kind of tractor you got?" And he goes, "Kubota." "Where'd you?" "Oh, man, I got Sulphur Springs."
Sure.
"I got a guy over in Sulphur Springs can hook you up." He called me up, and it was great. And he goes, "What I owe you?" I said, "Handshake, hug, or a prayer." And he goes, "No." Well, he wound up buying about $500 worth of school supplies and dropped it off at a sponsor, and went by and picked it up. Worked out perfect. So, boating, and I'll get you connected. I don't get involved as much as I do, obviously, with
and I'm trying to get Kurt to buy an Automotive Edge boat so we can go out on the water.
Yeah, he wants a pontoon boat all decked up.
Yeah, with the Automotive Edge.
And he wants a big travel trailer, with the...
Well, I'll settle for the boat. It'd be a lot more fun in the summer to go out and chill out. I
would never be on it.
I bet you I could talk Melinda into getting it.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
And I know Purple Haze would love it, and I'd love it. It's a great way to chill. You can take and put your grill on it. We're out there grilling on
a boat.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
I'm out.
Why? You love the water.
Who does?
You.
No.
You're in the pool all the time.
I see my feet and I see the bottom. Fact. Ask Melinda.
Well, I'll jump in the lake and wave at you because I enjoy jumping in.
My brother has a house on a lake, and you walk out on this dock. There's probably 30, 40 feet out to his dock. And it's 2 levels. One level is a boat. The other one's kind of, the family area. And he's got a diving board and a slide.
Right.
And I went, I would never,
why,
ever, under any circumstances, jump in that lake.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, when you're raised in Southeast Texas and Beaumont like I was, that's most of where we swam was in lakes and
Now,
creeks.
when I was younger, jumping in a lake, Real Big Lake, which was a nasty, nasty lake. Where the kid, we had our cutoff shorts, jump in the lake, cool off. When you're done, by the time you got home, you were dry off.
Of course. Where's your youth?
I don't even get in the ocean.
Well, that has changed for me too, because I know the sharks are kind of coming a little closer to shore than they used to. And I've been stung by jellyfish a lot, and that is not fun. The lakes, I don't have problems.
Did somebody pee on you?
Peed on myself.
Did you? I can't believe
that. After I got stung, I really wanted
I can't believe they said that.
I don't know. They say it does. Would you let somebody do that?
If that's what it took, I don't care. I don't care.
Pee on me.
Because, the pain is so extreme.
It is. I'm telling you, it's. If anybody's out there been stung by a jellyfish, they know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
It ain't fun, for sure.
Hey, if you're looking real quick for a new pickup truck, if you have negative equity, if you don't have negative equity, if you're just looking for a deal today, right now at Grapevine Dodge, $18,000 off MSRP on a Ram Laramie, not a stripped out old basic truck, which actually the basic trucks will cost more sometimes than a loaded truck because of the discounts, rebates, and incentives. But Ram 1500 2025 Laramie, you're not going to see this on the 26th, the last week of the year. You're not going to see it. I'm not a betting man, but I'll bet you will not see $18,000 off MSRP on a brand new Dodge 2025 Ram Laramie. come out here to Grapevine Dodge. A lot of you are hollering at me about negative equity. Maybe you want to get out of a lease early, and you got have a 6 months left or 8 months left, plus your residual, and you go, there's no way out of it. Well, let me tell you what. Let's take a look at it here at Grapevine Dodge today and help you get rid of a lot of that negative equity and put you in a brand new, shiny pickup truck.
I don't think a lot of people think they can get out of a lease till the end of the term. I mean, I think that's kind of a mindset for them. But yes, you can. And, the closer you get, the better it is to the end of the lease. But if you're 2, 3, 4 months out, you need to check that out because you might be surprised.
Well, maybe even more based on miles and
True.
condition. I just did one 8 months out, and they traded the car, no money out of pocket.
How about that?
And stepped into a new vehicle.
There you go.
And so until you get the car appraised and we know what the value of it is, it really doesn't matter. But he goes, well, I have 8 payments at $542, which is about $4,500. And he goes, and I have this residual. And he told me what it was. We put it together, and he was actually $250 away from busting even.
How about that?
He goes, I'll take that deal.
Oh, why not?
So be careful. And if you think about it, when you get within a year, everybody starts bombarding you about, we have a buyer for that car. We want that car. We want to get you out of it. And you just don't need to.
Well, first of all, you need to also know before you go about anything. Don't just take whatever you hear at the dealer. No, like you should know what your value of that vehicle is so that you get there, you're in the ballpark. Maybe it's not exactly, it could be more, it could be less, but you don't want to go without knowing what your value of that vehicle should. And all you got to do is go to, in fact, since we're on our live feed here, just take a picture of the QR code that you see right above my head. It'll take you right to the website. Click on Ask Kurt and say, hey, I'd like to know what the value of my vehicle is before I go seeing about trading or selling it to a dealer.
No doubt about it. Let us help you out right now. It's really hard not to buy a pickup truck.
That's sure.
And then when you take a look at the Dodge line, because we're sitting here and
15,000 off.
10,000 off MSRP on a Grand Cherokee, and then you got 15% off on the Compass, 20% off on the Jeep Wranglers. There's a lot of big discounts out there, folks, where you can save yourself a lot of money. And here's the thing. If you go to grapevinedodge.com, every one of them have a little icon on the right-hand side bottom. You know what it says? No payments for 90 days. So you're going to get through November, you're going to get through December, you're going to get through, and then you're looking at the 1st of February before your payment's going to be due. 90 days from signing is your first payment. Now, if you're in a lease, you always make first payment up front. This is for retail buys. It's non-leasing, and I got a question of this, no payments for 90 days on a retail buy. Read the fine print, but it's always that way. When you're in a lease, someone will waive the first payment, or you got to make your first payment up front when it comes to lease. But right now at Grapevine Dodge, you can get $18,000 off a truck, no payments for 90 days. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to have money for the holidays, because I know you're really putting your money aside to buy Bo and I something really nice for Christmas.
I'm in the mood for a truck in case somebody's out there that loves me that much.
So is there anything you really need for Christmas this year?
Not really.
You know what I want?
What?
Nice T-shirts. Nice ones, thick ones.
You talking about to wear out or underneath a shirt?
Out.
Okay.
Nice T-shirts. I don't like the thin ones. I don't like the waterproof ones.
Do you want them plain or do you want like writing on them?
No, plain. I like burgundy and blue and gray.
What size are you wearing these days?
Buddy, I was shocked. Yesterday, I put on one of my shirts and the sleeve hung down to here and it was loose. And I walked out and Lindy goes,
oh.
Wow. I mean, I haven't felt this good in a long time, but
still double XL probably?
No.
XL?
Yeah.
No.
Back.
Wow, look at this guy go, man.
Yeah. And so there's some, I had like a half a dozen golf shirts. Melinda goes, did you buy a new shirt? I said, no, it's been in the closet for a few years.
Too bad I'm not large. I'd take over all of your stuff. Why they hang on me like a dress?
I got a younger brother who could probably fit in.
Oh, that's true. You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does a cheeseburger a day, so he could probably fit
I'm
into
sure
it.
he would love those.
Yeah, but it's great. I mean, I'm down 25. I've got 15 more to go, and where I want to be back to my fighting weight.
But aren't you motivated really now? Because
I am.
when you physically see the difference,
When you hold it in your hand.
yeah.
I put 25 pounds in my hand. I was going, boy, that's a bunch.
Well, a lot of people don't understand what it does to your knees and your ankles and your body, your back.
You know what happened when I got on the scale?
Huh?
You know what happened when I got on the scale?
It didn't yell at you.
It thanked me. It was unbelievable. I heard, thank you. And I'm looking around. I was like, where did that come from? I looked down and it actually had a smiley face on it.
Before it used to say, get off.
No, you'd hear this.
But imagine taking 25, 30 pounds, and even if you're like 50 pounds overweight, take a bag of dog food or something, put on your shoulders, and walk around that for a day and see how that makes you feel.
Yeah.
It's what it's doing.
Yep.
And I don't think people realize that because it's just a natural thing you go through and you feel like, well, it is what it is. But it's doing the same thing to you by carrying that weight to your bones or your ankles, your knees, all that, your back. Could be the reason why you have a little back problem from before.
Yeah. We'll say, well, growing up in the Chase household and then
a lot of wrestling.
Some of the career paths I chose
kind of a lot of wrestling and fighting and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. But here's the deal. Coming out next week, next Thursday, we're going to be releasing the Automotive Edge newsletter, and I'm going to be posting all the new makes and models that are coming out. And all you have to do is when you get the newsletter, if you go to theautomotiveedge.com, just click on the newsletter and fill out the form. Your email is all I need, and you'll be registered for the newsletter. And then all these new makes and models that are coming down the pipeline, I'm going to list. And the ones that are going away, we're going to list. And here's the thing. You don't have to worry about A, servicing the vehicle, B, parts for the vehicle, and B, massive depreciation because it's going away. Now, I know there's going to be a few of you out there that are going to be running and buying that vehicle, think you're going to put it in a time capsule and make a bunch of money. Not so much. That's not going to happen. So we want to make sure that you're up to date. I can just tell you right now that the electric Nissan, not the Leaf is staying, is going away. The Kia Soul's going away. There's a bunch of electrifications. You look at what Porsche is doing. They slam the brakes on electrification. They're going hybrid. And it's going to continue to grow. There's a couple of manufacturers that are still taking the high road on it, which is Cadillac, Volvo, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, but it's not going to be the major part of their portfolio. I think it's going to be a very unique split because this new hybrid technology that's coming out is absolutely incredible. The car I'm driving right now, the day before yesterday, I was up in McKinney and then went to Frisco and then came back. I was getting 47.1 miles to the gallon. Pretty doggone impressive. And I filled it up yesterday and I had a quarter of a tank. It was $19 to fill it up. And just riding around the city, it dropped to 46.5 miles to the gallon with all the horsepower and torque and everything I like.
Hybrid's the way to go. And I think it's going to really kick EV's butt because you don't have to charge it in the garage or whatever. It's self-charging. Regenerative is what it's called. And why? I mean, dude, if you're getting close to 50 miles a gallon in a fabulous vehicle, I mean, why not?
I didn't look down and see my baby sister's online.
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah. My brother just went out and spent a week out there. He said out there in Tennessee was the most beautiful golf courses he ever played.
This time of the year is probably gorgeous too. A lot of leaves are probably turning and all that too.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Well, hey, we're going to get signed off here in just a minute. Remember, family, friends, significant others, if you have an automotive need, if you know they have an automotive need, remember, we don't charge a dime for anything that we do. It's a free service, always will be a free service. Handshake, hug, or prayer. We'll take all three. I want to thank all my friends, Charlie Davis, who I grew up with, Susan Fackler, who I grew up with.
You grew up with Carol too, didn't you?
And then, Carol Ann and I have been together for quite some time.
And all our trusted followers.
Yeah, my wife. Be sure to let people know. Tune in on Saturdays. So
did you hear that? That's thunder.
Yep. If they have that automotive need, let us help you out, whether you're buying, selling, trading. If you're back to school for the kiddos, all these kids that are coming home from college, if you know that they're looking for, send them my way, because I'm going to tell you, you still got, they're thinking 250,000 flood cars still out there. They said over 2 million cars with bogus state inspections on them. There's a bunch of junk out there. We want to avoid you buying junk. And remember, your trade-in values are higher than they've been. They're not going down. Discounts are higher than they've ever been on 2025. Interest rates, so many of the manufacturers are starting at 0 APR. And leasing programs are getting better and better and better. There's no need to wait till the last December 31st at 11:59 to put your
screech
deal
it into
together.
the dealership, right?
Don't wait, because then it's going to be too late. So thanks for hanging out. We appreciate everybody. Next week we're going to be live, and then we'll post where we're going to be next week. But sign up for the newsletter, and we'll get you updated. And then next week, I know this hurts Bo's feeling. I did not get to my automotive jokes today. But next Saturday also be a special Saturday, because it's going to be Maddie's last Saturday with us for her last show next week on the Automotive Edge radio show.
And Ronnie, if you can get in touch with Kurt, find out, nail him down to a day. And of course, it'd be around the lunchtime.
Yep.
Noonish, 1 o'clock, something like that. And let's go out to that place and get it done. Art Naismith, thank you for the big OK sign. You're a good follower. We have really built a good following on this broadcast, and over the week or so after these shows, it's amazing the views. Not everybody can tune in live, but if you share the broadcast, like if you share it on your timeline, it's amazing how many people tune in later because they their work, or they got sports with their kids, or all these different things that happen on a Saturday morning, that they then come back during the week sometime when they get a little time and tune into the broadcast.
Yeah, and it always comes down to everybody's driving a car, and everybody's going to need
something
service. Pray you don't need body shop or a new car, used car, and we're here to help. So God bless each and every one of you. Thanks so much for old friends and new friends. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed Saturday.
Thanks so much. Be safe.